An earthquake cracks. Lamp gets wrecked. The silver and black. Webby is back. Webby is back.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Detroit Pistons fans, welcome to TSR Sports. Tonight we'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard for tonight's game. The San Antonio Spurs hosting the Detroit Pistons. This is a rematch of was probably the most physical game maybe I've ever called on this channel. Will it be a rough one tonight, or will they just play basketball? We'll see. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Tony, Stingray, X Factor, Stefan Castle, Arnold. Nice, Arnold. I see what you did there. Spurs fan, Tax Brazilian Ghost, Hugo. Let's get a big win tonight. The whole couch contingent is here in effect, ready to go, ready to call the game together. Man, I could go for some cheeses, let me tell you. Texas Sword, did you really quit your job? Full-time Spurs fan? Okay, I like it. Stefan Castle's in the chat. Steph, say hi to yourself. Boop. There you go. Stefan Castle, boop. Hugo. Cheers, Ryan. Good hair, what's going on? Man, rematch against the Pistons, and it's kind of weird. I just realized when seeing Sean Elliott has played for both teams that are playing tonight. Granted, majority of his career with the Spurs, only year with Detroit, but still, Anthony Bartons is here at the Frostbank Center, sitting in Section 2-1-2. Nice, Anthony. Appreciate you. RBT, the couch is locked in. My expectations for tonight, Spurs win for sure. RHR, Go Spurs, go to you. Lauren, Go Spurs, go. Franklin, good evening to everybody. Stefan Castle plushie. Yes, Stefan. Oh, have you not seen that? Stingray X Factor? That's actually Miss TSR's. Actually, half the couch contingent here is Miss TSR's. She left him here last time, when she was here on the weekend, and I said, take some guys home, and she said no, and now the couch is here, and they're my precious. They're never leaving. They're leaving. I like your thoughts, Rascal. We do match up well. Steven Z. Does it feel good to be back home? Oh, the Spurs are... Yes, the rodeo road trip is over. How can I forget? Good morning, Aldrin. Prod, what's going on? The rodeo road trip is over. And yes, JL is in the house. JL, put the rope down for a second. Engage. JL's ready for the game. There you go, JL. I'm pumped up, and I'm feeling better. I was not feeling well last week, as you guys were aware, which probably was also a little grumpy during the streams. Being sick and streaming usually don't go well together. Anthony will be attending the next 2 games this weekend. Dropped a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Paul, thank you for stopping in. Moshe, hello, amigo. David, thank you for being here. Bubba, what's up? Go Comics, go. Pokemon is the GOAT. Well, I do love comic books. I love the Spurs, Bubba. I've never played Pokemon. I do play Magic the Gathering usually 2 times a month. Hazel from France. Spurs fan since 95. That's the year I graduated high school. It does feel good to be back in the arena. If Cade manhandles Steph, I'm going to have some ugly words. That's right. Don't forget Stefan Castle. I don't want to say he got in the head of Cade Cunningham, but his defense annoyed Cade Cunningham to the point where Cade Cunningham threw Castle to the ground. It was only an offensive foul. Things got a little chippy. We ended up getting Keldon and somebody else got, was it Jalen Duren got teed up? I don't remember. I'm doing good, Leroy. I'm feeling so much better. My apologies if I was not myself last week. I was not feeling well. Maybe I should have taken a game off. I didn't load manage. Good thing I didn't take a nap before the game. If you guys haven't heard, I didn't realize this is real. The reason Harrison Barnes is out is because he woke up from a nap and woke up with a sore ankle. I thought that was fake, but it's legit. Jim, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in from the WRC. We got a Pistons fan in the chat. Nick, let's have a good game tonight. It was a great one last time. Nice Pride, thank you for stopping in. Did you know ESPN is advertising betting on your... I mean, there's this over here. Because that's going to be the players on the court. So I put that there. If you're talking about commercials, ads, I have no control over those, just for the record. TSR, do a rendition of your favorite Metallica song without saying the name of the song. I mean, if you're a Metallica fan, you're going to get it right away. What's going on, 5Lug? Unless I do 2 Clutch Corey. Eclipse, what's up? When am I doing a Jalen Duren video? Probably never. I mean, I think Jalen Duren's a player I would have liked, but I mean, I wouldn't have anything to say on him. I am going to do a video tomorrow. I have one planned. I thought I was going to do it a little later this month, but time is here. And I do enjoy the feedback. You guys said you pretty much like the original content. I can't, and this is not a knock to any content creators, please don't take it like this, but I can't go online and not see a million videos that are essentially the same topic about the Spurs being a dynasty, It's how this, that, all the great stuff, which I agree with, but I'm just going to get lost in the shuffle by doing the same videos. And maybe the videos I'm doing right now might not get as much views, but I want to kind of not just do the same thing I'm getting flooded with, if you will. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, Dolores. She says, everybody hit the thumbs up. I like your train of thought. And you know who else does? So does Greg Popovich. I saw somebody said, Mark, I can't move to San Antonio. I have a job and girlfriend in Connecticut, and I can't. Unless the Spurs came a knocking and said, hey, take over Jacob Toby's spot, guaranteed contract for 3 years, $1 million a year, then I'm out. I'm gone. I did want Jalen Duren, but I don't really think there's anything else to really talk about there. I mean, I did touch on it with the Brian Wright draft video yesterday that, you know, we drafted differently in 21 and 22. If we take one of the better players instead of Primo, one of the better players, if we take Duren over Sohan and don't miss on the other two picks, then the trajectory team is completely different, and we don't have Wemby, Castle, and Harper. So while it sucked, those 4 draft picks in 21 and 22, Primo, Sohan, Branham, and Wesley didn't work out, because I liked all the guys. For the most part, I can't say I'm a fan of Primo anymore, but the other 3, I'm rooting for him. The team is totally different. I'm happy with the team right now. It worked out for the best. Was there some luck? Of course, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Go Spurs, go from the other side of the planet. Sure, Irie, thank you for stopping in. Let's go Indiana. Thank you for being here. Christopher, that's when I started, March of 2019. Have you really been here that long? That is literally the first month, April 2019. I might be getting our dates conflated. The channel started April 5th, 2019, which is, unless you were watching Stuck in the 80s, then actually you might be watching since March 2019. Holy crap. Sounds good, Ant. Top 5 players on this current roster. I mean, Wemby's clearly number 1. Although Fox's production is down compared to his time with the Kings, he's number 2. I'm going to put Stephon Castle number 3 because he plays both ends of the floor. Gosh, could we put Dylan Harper already at number 4? No, you know what? I'm not ready to put Dylan there yet. Devin Vassell, especially the way he's been playing as of late, can be a huge X factor for this team in the playoffs. I'm not expecting to be hitting his threes at 60%, which I believe is in the last 5 games. But man, if he can be a 46, 40, 80 guy. You know, he's never hit 40% of his threes in a season. He's working his way up to that right now. If he can be a consistent 40% shooter from us from 3, plus his mid-range game, that would be huge for us. So I think Devin's number 4. Gosh, number 5? Maybe Dylan. I don't think I'm ready to put Champagnie there, although he's having a career year. You could say Kelvin for consistency. I think you can make an argument for a lot of players at number 5. I'm hoping, what's up, Greg, that Castle gets in Cade Cunningham's head again. Do I think Wemby passes Shaq like in the top centers of all time? If he can stay healthy, he's going to have to win some rings. He's going to have to win an MVP. I believe Shaq won a scoring title. Doesn't necessarily need to win the scoring title, but while Shaq likely going to be the most dominant center we've seen in our lifetime because of his size, the things he could do in the paint, he was unstoppable. But Wemmy's game is way more versatile than Shaq's will ever be. And Wemmy's already a better shot blocker than Shaq. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure Shaq ever even averaged 3 blocks a game in his career. Maybe he did it once or twice, but he was not, for his size, a phenomenal shot blocker. So Wemby's already surpassed him there. I don't believe Shaq ever won a Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby will probably get that this year, so he's already going to be a notch up there. So 10 years? Yeah, possibly. I hope so. Victor with 38 tonight and 8 made 3-pointers. Fox with 21 and 15s. I appreciate that, Christopher. Speaking about it healthy, I hope they don't play dirty like, man, Detroit was dirty last time. I hope it's a nice, clean game by both teams. Good evening, Boris. Thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go from Belgium. All right, Bon. Thank you for being here. Wemby, Fox, Castle, Vassell, Harper. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. I would put Keldon over Champagnie, though. Even though Keldon's coming off the bench, and I'm putting Keldon over Champagnie. I don't think Champagnie's there yet, but he's not far away. Wemby 6 blocks tonight. His blocks have been up lately. Let's keep it going. I can't see the stadium as of yet, Texas Swarm. What's going on, Phil? Champagne, Vassell, Wemby, Castle, Fox, the starters for the Spurs. I didn't see the starters for the Pistons. I'm going to assume it's Cunningham, Thompson, Harris, Duren, and Holland. That's who it was last time. If that's different, I'll let you know. Wemby 20-8. Joe Jump says, Bulls fan here, but if De'Aaron Fox gets his ish together, you guys will win a ring this year. He has been down a little bit. Jamie, thank you for stopping in. M Blue, what's up? But also, let's give him credit. You know, he could be pulling a David Robinson. And what I mean by that is when Tim Duncan came to the team, David Robinson took a step back offensively. And then after his first year, took a huge step back offensively and said, hey, this is Timmy's team. Could De'Aaron Fox be doing the same thing? Comes to San Antonio, he's very aware this is Wemby's team. I don't need to be the guy anymore that scores 23 to 26 a night. I'm just going to be out there distributing the ball, take shots when needed, and I'm sure he's content with 19 points a game. I expected more because of his contract, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. But in the end, who cares if the team is winning? Players are on the court, and away we go, guys. Yodi boop for good luck. Boop. So, Wemby getting a quadruple double. I mean, that hasn't happened in 22 years. I don't know. Fox in the paint with the ball. Kicks it out to Wemby, and Wemby fakes a three. Now Wemby drives to the paint and loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs. We have 1 second on the shot clock. Harrison Barnes out. He got hurt while taking a nap. I'm not trolling. That really happened. Good evening, Daniel Barry. I thought that was fake news today. It's real news. He's hurt from a nap. Wemby for three at the... Wemby! At the buzzer. Okay. You know what? Why not? His three-point shooting has been kind of lately, so nice to see him hit his first three of the game. Just don't get in a pattern of taking a zillion threes tonight. And that applies to all the Spurs players, for the record. The greatest name ever for a basketball player, Duncan Robinson, misses the three. How has he not been a Spur? We got to get Duncan Robinson for at least 1 year. Do we not, Spurs fans? Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Just going to pull up for three. Okie dokie. No, a nap, Phil. ESPN, like a lot of legit outlets are reporting that he got hurt taking a nap. I don't even know what to say to that. I thought I was getting trolled, but nope. Duren takes it at Wemby and gets the layup. Nice job, Jalen Duren. The Spurs are going to have a 5-on-4 temporarily. Or Wemby getting up the court quick, and they can't get it to him. Now they'll get it to him. Detroit's back on defense. Wemby turnaround fadeaway. Good. All right. Wemby, Harrison Barnes is an old-timer. Runarski, good evening to you. I'm also going to hold Jonathan right here so I have somebody to watch the game with. He's very squishy in a good way. Duren pull-up jumper in the paint. No good. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs up 8-2. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. They changed the 3 to a 2. Champagne for three in the corner. Bounces off the rim a couple times. Duren with the rebound. I don't know whose three that was that they changed. It's Fox's three-pointer. He's got 2 points now. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Turnover by Detroit. There you go, Keeter. Didn't want to move after the nap. Victor, a Pistons fan, thank you for stopping in. Ernie, thank you for being here as well. It's 2 at night here in Belgium, but I'm not going to bed to avoid injuries. What's up, Prudence? Oh, we have somebody down on the court. It's Osar Thompson. I did not see what happened to him, but he is laying down. Let's take a look at the replay. Thompson going for... He's just standing there. Well, that play did not tell me how he got hurt. We're going to a commercial break. And yes, a good start, Damian. I did not see what happened to Osar Thompson. No idea. They just showed him on the sideline laying down. I don't know if he's getting stretched out. No idea. It was an awkward step. If you could pick one supervillain to be real. One supervillain? John Ghostbirds go from the Philippines. I don't want any supervillains to be real. Good evening, iWestix. Twisted his ankle. Okay. No, if I'm going to pick a supervillain, it's got to be somebody that's like... I would probably pick the suckiest supervillain of all time. I'd have to think about that a little bit. But somebody that like always fails... Like Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So that kind of type of supervillain. Harris injury is from falling off. Did he fall off the couch after taking a nap? I did hear it was a nap that got him. Salado, Texas? Victor, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, Beavis. Injuries suck. The Joker? Oh, Twist the Joker is... I know he's a human, but he has killed and maimed in the comic book and the movie, so I think I'd want somebody a little less... A villain that doesn't kill, at least. You know what I mean? Like, if you said, make a movie villain real. I'm not saying somebody like Freddy Krueger who's going to kill me in my dreams. I'm going to take a movie villain that's notoriously weak. What's up, Cheryl? Thank you for stopping in. Tony, I hope he's okay, too. I don't... Wile E. Coyote. There you go, Patrick. Perfect answer. Wile E. Coyote is a super villain. I mean, he's always trying to kill the Roadrunner, is he not? And he's not very good at it. At all. Let's get a Ghost Spurs going here. Right, that was a lot of Ghost Spurs goes, but you know, we're on a commercial break, so yeah, you got to Ghost Spurs go it up. Yeah, Damien, that's what I'm thinking. You wouldn't have plot armor, but he could still possibly be very lethal. It depends what Joker we're talking about too. Are we talking about the Heath Ledger Joker, or we're talking about the Joker from Batman 1966 with Adam West? That one, Cesar Romero. Daryl, Ghost Spurs go to you, and this is a good start. UFO Chief, what's going on? Lawrence, thank you for stopping in. Elmer Fudd is not a super villain. Is he? Great. Mosquito bite. I'm not picking Darth Vader either. Sam, thank you for stopping in. 7-2 Spurs up. Let me see if Oscar Thompson is in the game. I don't see him. Darren Fox for 3. That was a real 3 that time. That's not getting changed to 2. Thompson is out, so we'll have to keep an eye on his injury. Guys, let me know, because I don't keep the volume up on these games. If you hear anything from the announcers that he's not returning, or if he's returning, something about a status update, because I can't hear it. Almost a turnover by Cade Cunningham. Duncan Robinson now going to launch a long... Wow. Duncan Robinson swishes a mile-long 3. You get the ball on the Fox in the paint. Layup good. De'Aaron Fox off to a good start tonight, guys. Now, I'm a little anxious too, but we got to trust the process. Fox with 11. This is the last time against Detroit. Let's see, he has 11 already. There's a miss. Pistons get the ball back. 3-pointer by Cade Cunningham's no good. But the putback is good by Ron Holland. 12-7. 8:45 to go. Yep. Remember, there's a delay. I'm watching on NBA League Pass, so I might have a delay depending on where you guys are watching. Basel for 3 in the corner. By the way, one of you, and I don't remember who it was, posted a stat. It might have been Yap Yap or Spleen, because you guys like to post stats a lot. I don't think they're in the chat yet. When the Spurs hit 40% or more of their threes, they're like 19-0. I think they're the best record in the NBA when they're 40% or more from 3. Vassell's going to take another mile-long 3. I don't like that shot as much. No good. Pistons ball down 15-9. Harris driving the paint. No good. Foul going to the line for 2. Gabriel, thank you for stopping in. Westix, hopefully not. Acidic Fruit, I do believe Cade Cunningham is still being guarded by Stephon Castle. I've not seen Cade do much yet. Castle gave him fits last time. I mean, Castle's all over me. He's like, you going on the right? I'm going on the right. You going to the left? I'm going to the left. I'm over here. 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 I'm here. Whoop! You threw me down. Whoop! I'll back up again. I'm clapping. Boop, 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 boop. That's pretty much how the game went last time. For those that didn't see it. Thank you, Steph, for acting that out. Tobias Harris's first free throw's good. It's 15-10. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Yeah, stick to Cade. I mean, he's in the top 5 MVP race, so if you're going to... One way to beat the Pistons, of course, is to shut their best player down. We have seen with the Spurs... Well, I haven't watched Detroit enough. I don't know how good they are if Cade is off. There's a bank shot by Stephon Castle, no good. I know with the Spurs, we've won games where Wemby's not had to contribute offensively. Cade gets in the paint, and he's blocked by Wemby, but Durant cleans it up and misses the layup. There's a block by Wemby, though. No, no, no. That's in my house. Fox with a beautiful crossover and gets picked up by Ron Holland. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Spurs ball, 14 on the shot clock. Good day, Ralph. Good morning, Ramel from the Philippines. It's definitely morning. It's what, 9:20? Wemby or Yao? Thank you, Tony. I mean, it's hard to compare a guy that's just starting his career to a guy whose career ended prematurely. And they played in different eras. So, as a Spurs fan will say Wemby. If you're a Rockets fan, you say, yeah. I think that's fair, right? Yao was a big dude, wasn't he? Was he like 7'2" or 7'3"? Was he like 260 or was he like 280 or 300? He was heavy, which probably contributed to all his foot and ankle injuries. Or leg injuries just in general. Harris with the ball. He runs out of bounds, but it's going to be poked out by a Spur first. It's going to be Pistons ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Spurs are up 15-11 with 7:15 to go. Good evening, Keith. Now I am out of room on the couch. Duncan Robinson for 3. No good. Wemby flies in for the rebound. My couch is full. Yao was 7'6", was he? Wemby fakes a 3, starts to drive now. Throws up a runner. No good. Fouled, going in the line for 2. Was Yao really 7'6"? I forgot he was that big. Damn. LA Spurs Boris, 7'6", 315. That is way too much weight. Wemby's, what, 80 pounds lighter than that? And probably close to the same height. Most of you guys can't comment on that because I did not hear any of the broadcasts. 0. I'm not sure what he would expose when the Spurs won by like 40. Dylan Harper checking in for the Spurs, who are currently up 16-11, 7 minutes to go. I can't believe Yao's that big. What's up, Levi and friends? Gonna need to donate to the bench a shelf for the couch. We might need a special spot for the couch contingent to sit at this rate. When we made the second one. Yeah, Harper, and that means Fox checking out really early, under 5 minutes. That's a quick... That seemed a little quick. I don't know. That's just me. But a good start for San Antonio, up 17-11. Their first game home in what feels like a month. Jalen Duren in the paint. I think Wemby got a piece of that. Holland catches a loose ball, 5 on the shot clock. That's going to be a goaltend on Wemby. Wemby with another block, but that one's a goaltend. He got it up for that one. What's up, Banger Wave? Yeah, that one started heading down. That's a goaltend. I think he has... Does Wemby have 2 blocks now? Castle drives in the paint. Layup. Good. And a fall. Stephon Castle's first bucket and first fall. Those are usually synonymous with each other. 19-13. 6 and some change to go. Get into Duren. And nice quick layup with Wemby coming in to try to get the block. Duren's actually looked pretty good in the paint tonight. He's taking a big step forward this year. Harper kicks it out to Wemby. Fakes the 3. Fouled again. My clock's slightly behind. I'll go ahead and get that fixed. But if anybody's wondering, I'm rocking my Johnson, my old school Johnson. Thank you, Ant. Yes, hit the thumbs up. I'm sorry I say that throughout the stream. I know it bothers a very small percentage of viewers, but it's what you have to do as a YouTuber. It's how you help grow the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. It's what we do. Wemby's last game versus Detroit, 21-17. And is it me or does it seem like Mitch is playing Wemby a little longer in the first quarters now? He used to take him out around this time. He's still in there. As Isaiah Stewart checks in. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Isaiah Stewart, was he not available in the first game between these two? I think he was suspended, wasn't he? Wemby turnaround jumper over Stewart is good. I want to say he was out. He's dirty. Great. And a nice defensive play by Castle to knock the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Detroit, 17 on the shot clock. You ordered a Harper jersey? He was out. Okay, thank you. Wait, I ordered a Harper jersey and they sent me 2. I'm going to send you... What? Dude, thank you. They sent you 2? That's crazy. Rojo Raptor, the $2 super chat says, "Go, Spurs, go." I couldn't agree more. There's a miss by Detroit. Spurs ball. Thank you, Phil. That's awesome. Vassell for 3, no good. Harper tips the ball back to Vassell, out to Castle, back to Harper. Harper for 3. 20. Oh, that's a 2? 23-15. Gosh darn it. Cade Cunningham in the paint. Throws it up. And a foul. Let me get my clock fixed. 23:15, Cade Cunningham going to the line for 2. Rich, my man, do not have to apologize for plugging your own channel or asking. I know. Yeah, you're right. I don't ask for money on the channel, even though you guys are very generous with your super chats. And I see another one. Chicago 1288 with a $5 super chat says Wemby is playing smart. He's trying to keep him in foul trouble. He ain't about to bang all night with you. He can outsmart you. Oh, is Jalen Duren in foul trouble? Is that why he left the game? James, I like the retro look last night. All right, so it was a 3-pointer. I originally put 3. They put it down to a 2. It is a 3 again. Isaiah Stewart's at the line. Some chuck. Yeah, you can get some chuck, because right now we're chucking Detroit. Wait, is Isaiah Stewart's nickname Beef Stew? Because I honestly didn't know that. I didn't. Carter Bryant's checking in. Love what I've been seeing from Carter Bryant so far this year. Well, not all year, but as of late. You know, he was a little rough to start, missing his dunks, missing layups, missing everything, but he has seemingly turned a little bit of a corner, and I believe in the Spurs win the night before, I think he played like 25 minutes. Andrew, we'll get a dunk of justice when we have a dunk of justice, and I'm sure it'll happen sooner than later. Well, there's a turnover by the Spurs, though. You're not going to get a dunk. Well, Ron Holland flies up in the air, misses the dunk, but he is fouled, and he is going to the line for 2. I didn't know his name was... It makes sense. Stew. I just didn't know it was Beef Stew. That Beef Stew looks sour to me. Ooh. You know, I wouldn't mind them doing the 90s retro look for every NBC game. It really brought back memories for me in a good way. I'd seen Go Pistons go in the chat. I don't agree with it, for the record, but I like seeing another team root for their team, and especially when you guys are just, you know, hanging out and saying, you know, go Detroit or, you know, go Pistons or Detroit basketball when it's not a war of words between the fan base, like your team sucks, your team sucks. No, let's just enjoy both our teams, and we could see these teams in the NBA Finals. This is legit possible NBA Finals matchup. Holland makes both free throws, 24-19. You got the best, I think still the best team in the Eastern Conference. One of the best teams in the Western Conference. Although the Celtics might make a push. I don't know if you guys heard, Jason Tatum might be back as early as tomorrow. Wemby for 3. Okay. There you go, Nick. Detroit, there you go. I like seeing that stuff. To me, that's fun. Seeing the other team root for their team, do stuff like that. Not the very small percentage of fans, and it's a very tiny percent that say F the Spurs or F the Pistons. Let's, you know, we might have a rivalry here for the next decade. Who knows? Wemby else gets a steal. Doesn't get it. Said they kick it out to Holland for 3. No good. De'Aaron Fox flies in for the rim. Wow, Fox sat for what, 2 minutes? Wemby getting extended minutes in the first quarter. Okay. Fox with the ball. He's just going to launch a 3 from the top of the key, and it's good. Detroit timeout. All right. This is a good start, guys. Tatum back. I can't believe he might be back already. I thought he was going to be out until maybe right before the playoffs. But you know what? If he comes back, good for him. If he can play, the Celtics, I'm neutral on them. But if we can, I'd rather see him on the court than off it. He's a good basketball player. Wait, who's 1 for 6? Is Cade Cunningham? Wow, Cade Cunningham 1 for 6. Man, we defend that boy well, huh? What did he go in the last game against the Spurs? 5 of 26? He's kind of on pace to have a similar performance at this rate. I don't think we're going to blow the monkey style. I'd love to beat the Pistons by 50. They're too good of a team. Tatum absolutely going to be on limited minutes, and Lawrence coming off the bench for sure. This is $200 million Fox. There you go, Texans Swarm. Indeed. Take that, Cade. Castle will take you down. Not literally, of course. Melissa, what's going on? We cooking, but holding on to excitement because the Spurs love to blow. Does Harper take the starting job over Fox next year? No, Twisted. Not yet. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? You know the crazy thing is, and I've mentioned this before on the streams, but if you guys didn't catch me say this before or didn't see the video, I want to say 6 weeks ago, maybe, Mike with the SVA $2 super chat says, our threes are falling so far. Now I have a Kiss song in my head, Mike. Oh no, threes are falling. Doo-doo-doo. No? Anybody Kiss? Shabasho the Great, what's going on? Castle already has 5 assists with foot. Wow. All right. I'm glad you're good. Ophelan, good evening from Singapore. Oh, so I was going to say, Bobby, thank you for stopping. Tower crane operator. My future Fox is not coming off the bench anytime soon. My thought process was in 2 to 3 years, if Harper's that guy, if Castle's that guy, which we're going to go under the assumption they will be, the starting lineup for the Spurs would be Harper, Castle, Bryant at the 3, Sohan at the 4. In the video I did, it was about 2 months ago, I think, I thought Jeremy would still be part of the team and hopefully eventually be our starting power forward. That's clearly not the case. And then Wemby at the 5. I still think 1, 2, 3, 5 might play out like that over the next few years. Question is, who's at the 4? Even if Carter develops very, very well, I think we're still too small if it's Fox, Castle, Vassell, Bryant, and Wemby. Granted, Carter Bryant is not much shorter than Champagnie or Barnes. He's much more explosive. Obviously, he's not ready yet. I would much prefer Bryant at the 3 if he becomes that. If he can get the defense that we're seeing with Carter Bryant develop into, if he can have a semblance of the shooting that Dem Vassell has, which he's showing he might, already showing he's better above the rim finisher, at least now, finally is. We're set there, but the question mark for this team, that remains for this team, is who is our starting power forward over the next decade? There's a miss for the Pistons. Or does Wemby slide to the 4 and we get another big? Wemby's still in the game, by the way. I'm actually kind of shocked Mitch is playing this long. Harper just runs and then throws the ball out of bounds. That was not his best play. We could still get a top 4 pick. It is Pistons ball. They have Carter Bryant on Cade Cunningham now. And yeah, I absolutely like this. Putting Stephon Castle on Cade. Well, Kellen's on him now. That's not as good. They go around the world. Find it open. Jenkins for 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound. But yeah, Castle on Cade all night. Carter Bryant. Make him work. Keep him busy. Tire him out. Fox all over the place. Gets into the paint. Throws it up. No good. Going in the line for 2. Leonardo, Detroit fan. Thank you for stopping in. Keep crying, Houston. Good evening. Stephon Castle's defense might cost Cade a shot. I mean, if Cade has another horrible game tonight, I don't know if that's maybe not sticking the ball. Oh, Fox, that free throw was really short. Rich, I think they're ramping up Wemby's minutes to condition. You know what, Phil? I actually thought that the other game. I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, are they starting to bring his minutes up to get him ready for the playoffs, which aren't that far away? They're literally next month. So you don't think Steinbach is... Steinbach? Who's Steinbach? Terry Steinbach from Oakland? It's the only Steinbach I know. Made 1 or 2. The catcher for the Oakland Athletics. There might be another Steinbach I'm not aware of. There clearly is. Cade Cunningham with the ball, guarded by Kelvin. I don't like that matchup. Pull-up jumper. Missed the... Whoa, on top of the backboard. Wemby with another rebound. Cade Cunningham is really struggling tonight. He's 1 of 7. Damn, 31-19. Ball's going to be poked to the back court, but it was poked off a Piston, so it's still Spurs ball. 11 on the shot clock. Wemby's going to take a long 3 off the front rim. That was about 27, 28 feet. And LeVert misses the layup in transition. Another miss. I couldn't see who missed that. I think the ball's going to go out of bounds. And are they changing their mind? 31-19, guys, with 2:40 to go. When everything is in books, including us, we do tools. Well, I think you meant tons of off-season content. So, Tony, I don't know what I'm going to do in the off-season. I expect the Spurs will play longer than normal. Usually we're out of the picture. Luke Cornett's checking in. The Spurs haven't been making the playoffs ever in this channel's history. So I expect I'll be calling games at least until May. We'll have the NBA draft in June. I'll have Summer League in July, depending on where we draft. I may or may not cover much of it or any of it. We'll see. I will do Giant shorts. Actually might try to cover the Yankees more. There's a foul on the Spurs. Maybe more Yankees coverage. I don't know if I would live stream the Yankees. But I'm generally very inactive, minus the Summer League in July, August, September. I could also keep doing the music stuff. Patrick with the $5 super chat says, A-Train best Spurs center. At least those sideburns. Damn! Thank you for the super chat, Patrick. Detroit basketball. Beyond the box, what's going on? 8 on the shot clock. Jenkins drives, misses the layup. Fight for the rebound. Offensive rebound by Beef Stew. I'm going to call him that. You guys call him that? I'm going to call him that. Beef Stew in the paint. Layup good. He looks like a beef stew. He's actually a big dude. He totally housed me on the court. Plus, the fact that he's an NBA player, he would house me on the court. Dylan Harper gets blocked. Dylan Harper having a rough first quarter. Jenkins was going for a poster. Dennis Jenkins going for a poster and missed it. Spurs ball. Fox for 3. No good. Gets his own miss. Fox into the paint. Out to Harper. Open for 3. Nope. Gets it to Carter Bryant. Bryant was not ready for that. Gets it back to Fox for 3. No good. And another offensive rebound for the Spurs. All right. Let's not keep shooting threes, though. Keldon in the paint. Jumper, no good. Cornette tip. Finally! We got 3 offensive rebounds there. Lang, good morning from the Philippines. Carlos Jeter with the $5 super chat says, I don't know why Area 51 is here, is mad with me. What did I do to you? You are my guy, and I don't know what is happening and ignore my comments. I don't think Area 51 is mad at you, Carlos. I didn't see anything. Area 51, you mad at Carlos? Old man, I'm watching on NBA League Pass. Fox drives into the paint, stops, pops. Let's go! Fox having a huge first quarter. Reaper, I'm not sure how that works out with the Pelicans. I think we only swapped their pick. If they have the Pelicans pick, that I don't think gets touched. There's a miss by Beef Stew. Spurs board 35-21. The Pistons are in the bonus. The Spurs are not yet. It's actually been a so far less physical game than by the... Oh, Fox with a long throw. Oh my God! Where has this De'Aaron Fox been all year? He's got 16. Thank you, Edward. We can swap for whatever pick is the best. Appreciate it. 38-21. Oh my goodness. This is not how I thought this game would start off. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, whether you're a Spurs fan or Detroit fan. It's still early. And we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. 2 free throws coming up. Yes, this is the De'Aaron Fox that we've been waiting to see. What's up, Juan? Thank you for stopping in. What player do you think would be a great fit for the Spurs? James, there's a couple of power forwards. Boozer and somebody else. What's up, Glaze and Bacon? See, I like to see the love in the chat. First free throw is good by Beef Stew. Man, if he played like this every game... Can you imagine if Vassell, the way he's been playing, started playing more like that every game, and this version of Fox started playing like that every game, and almost no turnovers, Castle started playing like that every game? We would be the friggin' menace. Fox warming up for the playoffs, right? Playoff Fox mode. He's tuning up. I mean, this is like a playoff game. It's the Pistons. One of the best in the Eastern Conference. He might still be the best. I don't know. 38-23. Can the Spurs get to 40? Fox takes off, drives in the paint, stops, pops, and hits the rim. No good. Exactly, Lauren. Fox and Vassell like this, the league is toast. This chick is toast! Anybody? No? All right, I'm a dork. Carter is trying hard. He is. But I think there's a lot of potential there. There's obviously a ton of athleticism. Would I go up Castle and Fox for Giannis? No. No, I would not. I mean, you're talking about a player that's on the wrong side of 30. Let's not beat around the bush. Giannis is still at this point top 5 player in the NBA. If you don't agree with top 5, at very least top 10. He's been injured twice this year. His injuries lately have been accumulating. And, one of the issues that concerns me with De'Aaron Fox is a big part of his game is his speed, and that's going to get away from him as he gets older. Big part of Giannis's game is he's physical. But he's getting more injury prone as he's getting older. I would not take 2 starters right now out of your lineup for Giannis. I wouldn't. What's up, Faded? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, Chicago, you aren't kidding. Aldrin, I actually don't think Wemby has dunked. Greco, you're not alone. A lot of people do like Bobby Portis. What's up, Sin? Thank you for stopping in. LeBron. No. We can get the number 1 seed, James, but it ain't going to be easy. Somebody got the Ghostbusters reference. Thank you, Chris. What a good first quarter for San Antonio. No good here. He's had trouble staying healthy lately, and I would love a twin. Nobody more than you guys would love a Twin Towers 2.0. David Robinson's my favorite player of all time. Obviously, I love Timmy and the Spurs from that era, but we never got to see prime David with prime Timmy. Can you only imagine if 29.8 points per game or Defensive Player of the Year David got to play with Timmy? We never saw that. David was still good at the start of the Twin Towers and, of course, quickly regressed due to age and injuries. Giannis is intriguing, but if he was 4 years younger, I'd be all in. I'd say yes. Spurs are shooting 54% from three. Fonsoin, it may have been you that dropped this stat. I'm not sure, but somebody recently said when the Spurs shoot 40% or more from three, they're like 19-0 or something, which is best in the NBA. I think it was you. I don't know if we can keep this going all night. The second quarter has not been a good quarter for us in a lot of games for whatever reason. Hopefully that does not happen tonight. But good second quarter. 900 watching. Nice. Yes, it was you, Fontaine. Okay. Yep. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get to 300. Good here. I take them seriously because, look, if you want Giannis, I get it. A lot of us agree to disagree. I know one of you in the comments hated my video yesterday. It is what it is. I can't please everybody. But, in the end, Cade Cunningham for three, we all want the team to win. We might not agree how we get there, whether it's trades, draft. This is a timeout already? A timeout by Mitch already. What's up, Frenchman? But in the end, we all want the Spurs to win, right? In the end, that's the main goal. We want our team to win. Half of you are glad Sohan's gone. Half of you wish he still was here. That type of stuff. We disagree on that type of stuff. But in the end, we want the Spurs to be the best team they can be. And the last 6 years have been frustrating, to say the least. What's up, Bart? I mean, yes, we are gonna pull down. I'm trying to not do prudence. We're gonna cool down, but keep the pedal to the metal. Castle, Wemby, Harper are no trade list. I would agree with that. Yes. Max says the Spurs need a veteran. We have a lot of veterans. But someone control a game. Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, I thought Fox was that guy. Fox is a vet. He's in what, year number 8-ish? Thank you, Wessex says, let's show Rich some love and hit that like button. I like your train of thought. I absolutely remember Vinny Del Negro like it was yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you, Lawrence. I really don't know if Wemby's going to get a quadruple double. It's obviously not easy. It hasn't happened since, 1994? Rich, since it's a timeout, who are you blocking in an expansion draft? You guys have been asking me that, but that's not next year, is it? It's 8 players, right? Wemby, so it's really going to depend on the development of Castle and Harper. If the expansion draft is next year, I'm going to have one answer. If it's 2 years from now, it could be a total different answer, and maybe I don't block De'Aaron Fox. Wemby's the no-brainer. I don't know. I think a video on that will happen. Obviously will happen, but when do we know when the expansion draft is? Tim did have a quadruple double taken away. I'm very aware of, yes. Mitch needs to talk to Castle. Fox needs to be on ball. I mean, Castle's been playing better as a point guard lately. I think in his last 2 games or 3 games, he only has maybe 2 or 3 turnovers, maybe like 20 assists. I mean, I think the Spurs, the point guard experiment that the Spurs used with Jeremy Sohan, which we can all agree wasn't for the best, I think this is the Stephon Castle point guard experiment where they're developing him to be able to be a point guard, and maybe the thought is develop him this year, and then you have a 3-headed monster that can ball handle and create and be a point guard in Harper, Castle, and Fox, of course. And then they'll just all split the duty, so you never know where it's coming from. If it's coming from the left, coming from the right, coming from center, they're just going to hit from all different angles. I could be totally far-fetched and making crap up. I usually am. But that might be the goal this year is develop our guys. The Spurs probably weren't expecting a possible championship run already, but here we are. They're going to make the playoffs. And maybe they change things up too in the playoffs. Castle runs point all regular season. Next thing you know, in the playoffs, Fox is taking over. You ready for that? No, because you've been scouting Stephon Castle all year. Spurs playing chess, not checkers. Or I could be totally just reading way too much into this. Spurs ball. Castle with the ball, drives in the paint, throws up a tough off-balance jumper. No good. Cade Cunningham is still guarded by Carter Bryant. Now switch with Castle on Cade. Cade into the paint. Kicks it out for three. And that is no good. Who shot? Or no, it is good. It went out. And then it ended up falling in. It's now a 9-point game. The Pistons are starting to surge here in the second quarter. The Spurs have not scored yet. Fox in the paint, layup. I stand corrected. De'Aaron Fox said, hold my beer. And I'm going to get you a layup, TSR. Yeah, Lauren, no, his speed should be there for at least his whole Spurs contract, I would hope. Stephon Castle down again. That's the second time. On defense this time. Cade's going to take a pull-up three after the screen. No good. Carter Bryant with the rebound. He'll get it to Champagny, up to Wemby, who is checked back in. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs, guarded by the Stew. Wemby just took an off-balance airball three. I think he thought he was going to get fouled. He did not. And the Pistons get a layup in transition. That was a little awkward, right? You know what? I should close the poll. So obviously a little one-sided. 92% to 8. No shocker. This is primarily Spurs channel. There's an alley-oop. Who wanted the Thunder? And now a block. I think it's a block by Carter Bryant. We'll see Sacramento Fox in the playoffs. It works for me. Spurs are wearing their black jerseys. Wemby drives in the paint. Layup. No good, and he throws it down again. And one, and he's beating his chest. You know, Bart, when you say it like that, it sounds really dirty. Actually, really, I'm not going to say what I saw the word pulled as, but it rhymes with egged. Carter has 2 blocks now? What's up, Highway Patriot? Wemby's fired up. You don't mess with the Yama. Son of Scar, pretty good, huh? Not too shabby? Not me singing. Wemby's free throw's good, and it's back up to a 14-point game. Thunder block of rejection, nice. 17-point. Wemby and Fox are going nuclear tonight. I like it. And Stewart's now fouled by Wemby down the other end. Spurs are... I'm not sure what they're asking for here. Are they asking for a review? Are we challenging it? I'm not... Oh, are they saying an offensive foul? I didn't see... Okay, I was not paying attention to Stewart. What's up, Caesar? Carter Bryant's looking good. Please make a graphic of the Wemby wink. What's up, Ruggy? What's up, Road Trip? Oliver, thank you for stopping in. Knicks and Spurs or no. That's very possible. Let's not forget OKC, though. You got to put the Thunder in there. They are the reigning champions. I'm not a Thunder fan, but you got to keep them on that list. Keldon Johnson was looking for a llama, and I think he did get one. Would you trade Fox for whoever the best power forward in the league is? Not yet. By the way, if you guys didn't catch the video from yesterday, I had a Freudian slip, and apparently some of you liked it. I meant to say NBA, and I said Wemby, or Wemby for, Victor Wembanyama, Wemby. So I might actually have a Wemby song coming up now, because I was like, well, I think I came up with the phrase. I don't know if anybody's called the NBA the Wemby yet. I did accidentally yesterday, and I'm going to stick with it. Don't count. Boston's playing good all year without Jason Tatum, and they're getting Jason Tatum back. Alex, the Spurs do have a lot of weapons. I don't think that's an offensive foul. I didn't see that, so I honestly didn't catch what Stewart did on the replay because I was looking at Wemby's hands, and I wasn't looking at... I don't know if I coined it, Marlo. I honestly don't. when I said it yesterday, you guys in the comments in the videos said that was new. So I Wembanyama, WMBA, Wembanyama. Is it? It's me or YouTube's changed when the people in the chat putting an alert before they're an alert? I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking to WNBA, but no, but it was a mistake. I'm not giving myself any type of big pat on the back because it actually was a slip. I meant to say NBA and said Wembanyama, but whatever. We are in a timeout. The Spurs are, I believe, challenging this play. Jay, I might need the remote in a second. Yep. Defensive foul. We lost the challenge. They're saying we lost the challenge. No more challenges for the Spurs. Thanks, Prudence. I don't know. What did I turn on? What? I don't think I turned anything on. I don't know what you guys mean by that. I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. What's up, Gary? That was not the best challenge ever, Militia Guy. I will concede that. Maybe let the players control that one, as all the players were calling for it. And now we don't have it. Hopefully it does not make a difference in the game. Stewart at the line for one more. Made them both 45-33. That is nostalgia. Adding Wemby and Fox are on fire tonight. This is what I was expecting most of the season when we got De'Aaron Fox. I'm like, those two are going to be unstoppable. Fox in the paint. And now alley-oop to Carter Bryant. He hammers it down with two hands. Oh, Carlos, I did turn something on. YouTube had, I had a basic filter off if somebody was putting something bad in. So maybe you guys are, okay. AS flagging potentially offensive comments and notifying the wrench gang if we went, oh, I'm not seeing that. So is this a good thing or bad thing, guys? To the wrench gang. Castle with a bucket and one. So to the wrench gang, since you guys can see it and I can't, all I did was put basic on because I had no kind of filter on, so if people are getting political, does it seem like a good thing? It's a good thing. Okay. All right, that was a good change. It's on like the lowest setting. That's why I'm not seeing anything tonight. All right, the wrench gang's all saying good. Thank you, wrench gang. You guys saw how distracted I was last week. Also was sick, which did not help the case, but I gotta be better. 49-35, going for the Admiral's number. Go on, Steph. Woo! David Robinson's happy. You guys got my number. All good, Tony. 50-35. A miss down the other end. Rebound by the Spurs. Spurs on the run. Fox sprinting up the court. Drives in the paint. Euro step layup. De'Aaron Fox. This is the Fox I've been waiting for all year. Okay, Carlos, I'll leave it on. That's great. And David, I put the slow comment on, even though it's only for 3 seconds. You guys saw we were getting hammered with spammers last week, where people just dropped 10, 15 comments in a row. I'm like, the only way I can stop that is at least put some kind of slow mode on. Because you guys don't want to see 25 of the same comment as much as I do. Man, this version of De'Aaron Fox is loving it. I'm loving it. $52-35. This is our biggest lead of the game. Cade Cunningham into the paint. Oh, that's a late whistle. Stefan Castle's like, wait, is that 3 on Castle? Stefan Castle is not happy. I'm going to give the refs the stink eye. Steph Castle with 5 points, but he has 3 fouls. Is Mitch keeping him in? Yes, he is. I guess keep Carter on Cade. Seems like Carter's been actually doing a pretty good job on Cade Cunningham. The switch, Vassell's on him. Now switch, Wemby's on him. Then Cunningham drives baseline, gets it to Duren. That's a foul on Wemby. And one. Duren got him off his feet. I do not ignore people. Why? What's happening? I did say I'm going to try to be a little more focused calling the game. So what I mean by that is, when there's actual action on the court, I do want to keep my eyes as much as possible straight to call a game. That's, why a lot of you are here. But when there's a timeout, in between quarters, halftime, after the game, before the game, then obviously I'm going to turn over here and talk to you guys. That's what I want to do. But, DJ, I see your comment right there. But I can't read every comment. A lot of people's comments are not being seen. Some channels don't read comments at all unless you're super chatting. See, I'm seeing your comment. Now I'm going to do is stare at your comments because you called me out. Castle with the ball, drives. Got himself in trouble. Bad pass, turnover. That was just not a good play at all. Cade Cunningham on the break. And loses that out of bounds. Turnover. Tom says, yo, the Pistons suck. Tom, while I would like to agree with you as a Spurs fan, the record states otherwise. Cunningham with 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting. So he's shooting a little better than he did in their first matchup. He shot 5 of 26. He's on pace for like 7 of 26 right now. Harper's checked back in, gets it to Bryant. Bryant, a catch and shoot 3. In and out. Yes, Wemby, if you foul, make sure it's a hard foul. Cade Cunningham, he heard me. He heard me talking, and Cade Cunningham now with the fadeaway. Thank you, Phil. I did catch that. 6:50 to go, 52-39. Harper standing on the Spurs logo, guarded by, who's the white guy here? Paul Reed? Harper blows by him, misses a layup. No, that's not Paul. I don't know who that is. Who that? I don't know who this guy is. Who's number 27? White dude. Kevin Herter. He didn't play in the last game. There's a miss by the Pistons. 52-39, 6:25 to go. Wemby's going to start about a 3. Now he's going to throw it up. And fouled by Duren. Is this going to be 3 free throws? You got 3 coming up. Bart, I saw that one. That's funny. Jonathan, the Spurs' home record is 21-6. The Pistons are 21-8 away. Pistons come in the game 45-15. The Spurs are 44-17. So, yes. Or no, should I say, the Pistons absolutely do not suck at all. That was a non-shoot. Okay, the foul's before Wemby's three-pointer, so non-shooting foul. The ball's going to stay with San Antonio. Harper out in three-point land. They get to Wemby in the post. 1-on-1 versus Duren. Off-balance jumper. Fouled again. That's 4 on Jalen Duren. No, that's 4, Alex. I think that's 4 on him. Is that 3 or 4? The announcer said 4, but that might be 3. No, it's 4. It's over there. He's got 4. Oh, my Lanta. I hear the MVP chants. I like it. I like it. Wemby's first free throw is good. Nothing like a little Wemby piece from the crowd. Kevin Herter did not play the last game, so that's why I didn't recognize him. Recognize him now. I like the Wemby P chance. Keep him going there in San Antonio. Wemby made them both. 54-39. Detroit ball. Cade Cunningham guarded by Dylan Harper now. I like switching up the defenders on Cade Cunningham. Keep him off balance. Keep him busy. Cade doing a lot of work right now. He's had Carter Bryant on him. Stephon Castle. Now Harper. Javonte Green for 3. No good. But the tip in is 54-41. I didn't see who flew in. It was either Duncan Robinson or Kevin Herter. I couldn't tell. Castle out to Harper in the corner. Harper's going to drive. The layup good. 364 likes. Let's get it to 400. I agree. Cade fadeaway jumper over Harper. Good. Number 2 versus number 2. Adrian, thank you for stopping in from Boulder, Texas. 56-43. 5 minutes and change to go. And it's been a good game so far. Obviously been a good game. The Spurs are winning. Wemby's going to take a pull-up jumper really short. DJ Rose with the $10 super chat says, here's my support. French vanilla question. Why does Spurs score just go to 0? What the what? That was weird. Thank you for the super chat, DJ Rose. And here's your French vanilla. French vanilla in the air tonight. Cade Cunningham is heating up, and yes, we need to keep an eye on that. Well, Mitch and the team do. I can't do anything about it. Couple free throws coming up for Javonte Green. Dude, I hope you don't feel like I've been ignoring you. I hope, as somebody said in chat, I hope like nobody feels like I'm ignoring them. It could just be a timing thing where you might be chatting while I'm looking this way, and then when I look this way, your comment's never on the screen. Yeah, B-Bear, I don't know what happened either. Why it went to 43-0. I was like, what? Yeah, Grogu, use the force. Thank you, DJ. I caught that one. Omar, Pistons fan, thank you for stopping in. One more free throw coming up for Javonte Green. Green's free throw is good. 11-point game. It's gone back and forth in the second quarter between about 10 and Spurs were up by as much as 17 at one point. We got 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Fox is back in. He's had a huge first half so far for the Spurs. Cornette's checking in for Wemby. Fox almost loses the ball. Cornette gets it back. Oh, Fox took a shot to the face. Cornette getting triple teamed. Out to Keldon for 3. Damn it, no good. Javonte Green with the rebound. Detroit ball down by 11. The Spurs are in the bonus. Actually, both teams are in the bonus. Never mind. And Duncan Robinson's going to get fouled by De'Aaron Fox. 2 free throws coming up. Randy, it's the greatest name ever. Duncan Robinson. It's literally right here on the wall. Duncan Robinson. I'm not liking the struggling offense unit on the floor. Keldon 0, Champagny 0, Cornette 0, Castle. Wow. Spurs are the deepest team, second to the Jazz. What? Ivy Sality, what? Ken, is that you? Duncan Robinson's first free throw. Good. The Jazz. I remember Rod Strickland, and he has probably my Isaiah Stewart's playing tonight, Omar. Rod Strickland might have my least favorite pass in Spurs history. If you know, you know. I saw somebody mention Burger King in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Apparently the McDonald's CEO or somebody went viral for eating a burger. I saw the clip. It's awful. Vassell pulls up from the elbow. There we go. 58-46. Spurs up by 12. 4:15 to go in the first half. A very good first half so far for San Antonio. Spurs are 22 of 39. That's an air ball by Stewart. I think it said the Pistons were 15 of 42, so now 15 of 43, something like that. Vassell with the ball again. Drives, layup. Devin! 14-point lead, guys. Asian Symbols, thank you for stopping in. I wish I could call you something different, but I can't read that. Kalani, thank you for stopping in. Detroit ball. Beef Stew gets fouled by Cornette, going to the line for 2. There you go, Steven Z. Everybody's welcome here. Duncan Robinson would wear 71 as a Spur. 21 and 51. Okay. That's Cornette's first free throw, and Beef Stew at the line for 2. You know, Lauren, and I'm fine with that. You don't know who is, DJ? I'm all for players proving me wrong. I've said this numerous times on the channel. If anybody's never heard it before, if I am critical of a player saying, I don't know if they fit the system, I don't know if they're the guy. Like a lot of fans wanted Keldon trade in the last 2 years, and that has quieted down substantially. It's good when a player proves any of us wrong, because that's good for the team, and that's what we want in the end, for the team to be the best Spurs team they can be. So I'm happy Devin's been playing well lately. We need him to play well. He's a starter. He's getting paid $25 million a year, and we need somebody to hit clutch shots in the playoffs. And if he can be that guy or one of those guys, so be it. Fox from the elbow. I was going to say Fox about to have a career high, but he dropped like 60 last year, didn't he? But he might have a career high as a Spur tonight. I don't know what his career high as a Spur. I don't think he's hit 40 yet. 62-47. I did see out the side of my eye somebody asked if I gamble. I do not. Isaiah Stewart for 3. I didn't know that was part of his game. Okay. Fox the ball for the Spurs under 3 minutes to go, 62-50. Thought about a three. Now he's going to take the three. He's going to brick the three. Kevin Huerter with the rebound. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Gets the green. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins guarded by Champagnie. 12 on the shot clock. Back to Stewart. And now a whistle. There's 2 free throws coming up for Detroit. You're for a Spurs player proving you wrong. I would not be happy with a guy like Harden and Westbrook proving me wrong that they can lead a team to a championship. But if you were a fan of whoever's team they were on, David, you would be a fan of them proving you wrong. But I see what you're saying. You're for, yes, okay. I think you're going there. I am for a Spurs player proving me wrong. Not me saying I think LeBron James is over the hill and then he wins a championship and averages 40 points a game. Spurs only. Almost 400 likes. Let's go. Can we get 400 likes? I have no idea where we're at. The Son of Scar, yes, they're getting to the line a lot lately. We're at 397 thumbs up. We're only 3 thumbs up away from a 400 piece. Thank you, guys. The Pistons had 20 free throws in the first half. Holy crap. How many do we have? I feel like we have like half of that. Somebody look up the stats on how many free throws the Spurs have taken? Hodes, thank you for stopping in. Castle guarded by Cade. He's going to now pull it out of the paint. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Wemby for 3. In and out. And we're going to have a foul on Keldon, I think. Yep, Keldon going to the line for 2. Tony, you're not timed out. You're right there. You can't type I'm timed out if you're timed out. It wouldn't show up in the chat. We are 7 of 8. All right, so they have more than double. Twisted, you can't give 2 thumbs up. It doesn't work like that. If you hit it twice, it actually cancels it out. Because once puts a thumbs up, and then a second time takes it away. Keldon's first free throw is good. Highway, they're an infinitely different team with Wemby out there. But you know what? Most teams are different when their best player's on the court and off the court. Oh, did you, Phil, I didn't catch that. Well, if somebody's spamming, that's going to happen. You know, you guys have warned everybody numerous times, please don't spam, so I'll trust the Wrench Gang, Shield Gang. It's best judgment. I got to call the game. I've said it to you guys a few nights ago. I'm like, I can't try to be a captain moderator here. I got to be captain call the game. Cade with a jumper over Castle's no good, and Castle had to be careful not to pick up his 4th foul, so good job there. 64-52, both teams in the bonus, a minute 45 to go. Wemby with the ball. Stewart all over him. You go around the world to Vassell, 10 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Vassell standing on the Frostbite Center logo. Takes off, kicks it out to Wemby, open for 3 in the wing. Wemby P, baby! Wemby and Fox are going off tonight. Could they both drop 40? Bismack Biyombo is not played yet. Wemby with 22. Mike, I agree. Steph Castle's short and mid. Well, Castle worked a lot with the Ghost Whisperer. Steph, unfortunately, does still need to work on his free throws. There's a block by Wemby. On Cade Cunningham, needs to work on his free throw shooting and 3-point shooting, but at least that short mid-range game is developed. Keldon in the paint. Layup is no good. Fouled, going to the line for 2, and the Spurs looking to 69 the Pistons on 2 free throws. 3 thumbs up? Sure. Plus 41 with Wemby on the court. Damn. So Fox and Wemby both have 22. That is crazy. That's what... Listen, that was not going to happen every night, guys. But I think we're going to see more nights of that. And if Wemby and Fox can be playing like this in the playoffs, we got our Batman and Robin, and the league is in trouble. Keldon's first free throw is good. We 6'7" them, by the way, kids. For those of you that like it, we had 6'7". You know what? Now we 6'9" them. The young generation is happy. The old generation is happy. 6'7s and 6'9s for everybody. Detroit basketball back down by 17. And I did say in the second quarter, the game has been going back and forth between the Spurs being up by 10 and 17. We're at the high end of that right now, which I'd like to stay in going into halftime. Victor Robinson all sort of out of control. Gets the ball back, guarded by Wemby. He's going to drive on Wemby. He's going to take a layup. He's going to miss the layup. Fight for the rebound. Kellen gets the loose ball. Spurs can 2 for 1 here. I imagine he will try to. Castle with the ball out in three-point land. Looking for a screen from Wemby. Gets it back to Wemby. Wemby guarded by Cade Cunningham. One-on-one. Wemby takes an off-balance jumper foul, going in line for 2. Can we get the game twisted? We can. Cool Cat says the Spurs have Batman, Joker, and the Riddler. And Batman, Robin, Joker, and Riddler. That's all of them. What is the Fox current? Andrew Robin is saying, what the Fox? Sniper, what's going on? Kalani, thank you for being here. Triple Z, thank you for stopping in. Try to say hi to anybody that maybe I missed. Got to get my highs and chat reading in during the free throws because I'm going to be back on the game when they're when they're playing. You know, Randy, that's the one really good thing about this team is it doesn't have to be the same guy every night. Like for the Thunder, almost every night it's SGA, right? For the Spurs, it can be anybody. Wemby's second free throw. 71 in the first half against Detroit. Isn't Detroit? Wemby's got 24, 7, and 3. And we have a wet spot on the court. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe any Detroit fans or Spurs fans, if you know, is Detroit like a top 5 defense in the NBA or top 10? I do believe they usually have a pretty good defense. Do they not? Spurs really rickrolling them tonight so far. There's a lot of game left. This game is absolutely not over. I've seen the Spurs lose leads. There's a wide open 3 in the corner, and it's good. By Tobias Harris. Shot clock off, 71-55. So the Spurs will go into halftime with a double-digit lead. Vassell taking the last shot. Apparently he's going to. He's going to take a fadeaway 3. That was a tough shot. I don't really love that one. That's probably a good thing, actually, Area 51. I like that. Maybe just let it go. Hey, what's up? During unrestricted minutes? No, he's in foul trouble. Let's definitely not talk about Pop. Unless do you have anything positive to say? Way to go, BJ. You gave Harris an open 3. We're up by 16. Why don't we focus on the fact we're leading instead of constantly complaining about the little things? A little positivity for once. Jeez. You're the kind of person the Spurs win the NBA championship and be like, whoa, this kind of sucked because we only won 4-1. They won a game. I wanted us to sweep them. Is that where we're at? Nothing is ever good enough for some people. Damn it, the Spurs are second in the Western Conference and up by 16 right now. We just dropped 71 on Detroit. Let's focus on that. We're winning. I think it was a great first half. Now, we're not going to stop every basket. And players being open in the corner, how the hell is that Mitch Johnson's fault? He's not on the court. You know what? I got to go to work tomorrow. It's Mitch Johnson's fault. Mitch, I blame you that I'm not a billionaire and I have to work tomorrow. By the way, take a look around the league real quick. Anything of note to take a look at? The Warriors are beating the Rockets 74-67. I'm pretty sure, Spurs fans, we want the Warriors to beat the Rockets because the Rockets are not, they're behind us, but not horribly far behind us. Gosh, the Jazz are winning the toilet bowl fest versus the Wizards, 111-99. Anything happening tonight? We got the Lakers and Nuggets. Guys, who do we root for in the Lakers and Nuggets? Do we root for a draw? WZH, I think they're ramping up the minutes for Wemby. With the playoffs right around the corner, I think this is getting Wemby back to 30-plus minutes a game because he's averaging under 30. I mean, you're going to want Wemby playing 34 to 36 minutes a night minimum in the playoffs. Now, he won't be playing back-to-backs, etc. Let's get into the stats for this game. The Spurs won the first quarter 38-23. They also won the second quarter, which the second quarter has not been good for us lately. 33-32. So even though it's only 1 point, it's a positive point. For the Pistons, Tobias Harris with 7, Duncan Robinson with 6, Jalen Duren with 6. He does have 4 fouls. Cade Cunningham with 11 points. He's having a rough shooting night again, 5 of 16. And out of the starting lineup, a starting lineup where it's minus 14 when he's on the floor. Asar Thompson played 2 minutes. He's probably out for the game. We haven't seen him. He fell. I forgot what happened to him. Did he fall? He twisted his ankle something, but Thompson apparently out for the game unless he shows up in the second half. Off the bench, Isaiah Stewart with 12. Ron Holland with 6. Javonte Green with 7. Karis LeVert, Kevin Huerter, Marcus Sasser, Dennis Jenkins all have 0. In 29 combined minutes, they all have 0 points. For the game, the Pistons are shooting 35, 36, 84. They have gone to the line 19 times. They've only turned the ball over 2 times. We've turned it over 5. We've gone to the line 14 times. So actually, the free throw advantage it's negligible. For San Antonio, Julian Champagnie is just rebounding tonight, so pulling a Dennis Rodman impersonation. He has 0 points, 5 rebounds in 15 minutes. Victor Wembanyama, huge first half, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 0 turnovers. De'Aaron Fox, also a huge first half, 22 points, no turnovers. Between the two of them, Fox and Wemby, they're combined 16 out of 26 and 6 of 12 from 3. Devin Vassell with 7 points. Quiet night for Stephon Castle. 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting. He does have 7 assists and only 1 turnover. So playing a clean brand of basketball. Does have the 3 fouls. He's also been defending Cade well, so I'm not going to complain about that. Off the bench. Bench has been a little quiet tonight. Kellen Johnson with 4. Luke Cornett with 2. Dylan Harper with 5. Harper has 3 turnovers in the first half. That is actually very uncharacteristic for Dylan Harper to have that many turnovers in just a half. And then Carter Bryant, 11 minutes off the bench, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Good job, Brooke. Spurs up 71-55. And we're doing good. I don't know. I thought this game, 2 things. I thought this game would be closer than this, which, granted, there's a lot of time, I know, but also not as physical as the first game. I wonder if the referees talked to them before the game and said, hey, tone it down a bit, because this is nowhere near the physical game we saw the last time these teams played in Detroit. Is it just me? I don't know. Mason, it is absolutely fantastic, and that's our Spurs team. Yes, usually it's going to be Wemby, but some nights it can be Fox, some nights it can be Castle, Harper, Kelman. The fact that we have so many guys that can step up and drop 20 to 30, that's really good, and I think it's going to be really good in the playoffs too. Maybe they realize we beat them, and even though they play, maybe. Tony, have a snack for me. I'm hungry. So Trey, Asar Thompson got hurt 2 minutes into the first quarter. He has not returned. It's not looking good for his return. And De'Rovin Mason Plumlee is still out. I don't know when he's playing. Maybe tomorrow night? That's because Detroit knows they're cooked. Fair enough about it, name JT. Rich, I wonder if it's because they aren't playing in Philly. Different vibe in San Antonio. Possible. Randy, the physicality did not work out last time, so maybe that's why they're not trying to be as physical. I don't know. They're matching Wemby's minutes with Cade so he doesn't go off in the paint. Okay. First time I really like how the team played this year's. Fox and Wemby playing like this has been fantastic. This is the first game, I'm pretty darn sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has got to be the first game both of them had at least 20 in the first half. Early KD Warriors, all of them could go off every night. Yeah, KD, Clay, Steph, and that's a good problem to have. Francisco, Go Spurs, go to you. But Prude says we're benching Wemby for Plumlee tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I'll be live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a late game. It's our old buddy, Kawhi Leonard, who's been playing well this year for the Clippers, having his best year best year ever with the Clippers, maybe? Old Kawhi versus our Spurs. Nah, Twisted, I don't have the guitar. Actually, I'm going to look up... I don't know where the Plum Dog is, Andy Who. Thank you all for stopping in tonight. I want to look up how Kawhi Leonard's doing this year, because last I checked, and it's been a few weeks, he was playing really well for LA. Maybe he's the most healthiest he's been in a long time. I don't know. Kawhi Leonard this year has played in 47 games. So yes, he's missed time. He's playing 32 minutes a game. That's kind of where he's been for the most part. His shooting splits are around 50, 38, 91. He was shooting 98% from the line at one point. That's come back down to earth. Averaging 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a career-high 27.9 points per game. And only 2 turnovers, 2.1 turnovers. taking almost 20 shots a game. So yeah, as offensively, having one of his best years ever at the age of 34. Hey, good for him. And 2 steals per game, and that's the first time since the 17-18 season he's averaging 2 steals a game. So he's, yeah, definitely having maybe he's healthy for the first time and or mostly healthy. I don't know if he'll ever be 100% healthy, but healthier than he's been in some time. Scott, thank you for stopping in. Gabriel just got home from Commander Night. Great night winning. Oh, no, Gabriel, so I played 3 games last night, lost the first one, only 3 players. Lost the first one, won the second one, lost the third one. I knew I was going to lose the third one. I grabbed a deck I knew was not winning, and it did not, for sure. Miss TSR, Damien, I don't know if she's still sick. I don't know. And your Groot is right there. Girthy, how do you not see Girthy Groot? Whoop. He fixed his hair. Girthy Groot, Girthy Groot, Girthy Groot. Groot. He's right here. Woo. There's Groot. Get in there, Groot. There we go. He sits up there on the Hulk shoulder. Sometimes. He seems to not want to sit there. There we go. You know what else we can get here? A flying slothy boop. Woo! You know, with the whole couch contingent and just me, are the Spurs undefeated? We won the other night. No, maybe they were here for the blowout. The Knicks crushed us. Maybe we're not undefeated. Hope we destroy the Flippers. I hope so, too. Grant says, I'll never be able to respect Kawhi after what he did. I don't necessarily forgive for that, but I'm more forgotten. It is what it is. I can't change the past. He's gone. Whatever. It seems like him and Pop are on good terms. I'm like, you know what? If him and the organization are on good terms at this point, then so be it. You know, I know a lot of folks were mad at DeJounte the way he left. Well, not getting traded wasn't his fault, but some of the things he said, but it seems like he's, cleared the air with Pop and the team, and, while I don't want him back on the Spurs, I certainly don't have any ill will to him, and no ill will towards Kawhi. If anything, it's the former Spurs, like Robert Horry, like STFU, what is your problem? You made millions off our team, you won championships, and now you're going to talk bad about the team or the players? That I don't get. All right, Tony. I don't know. I didn't see what's happening in the chat earlier, but thank you for stopping in. Hope you enjoyed your Cheez-Its, I think. Fanbase does not know to move on. We'd love to. Ron Ersky, I don't love the hate. I can't. Daryl, so DeJounte, yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, you should love how DeJounte left because the trade with the Hawks was fantastic. We got 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and, trading DeJounte was the final step in the rebuild, if you think about it, because they had already traded Derek White. DeJounte was an all-star. Say what you will, but he was an all-star, led the league in steals, I believe, that year as well. And if they had him and Keldon in the year before Wemby, maybe there are a few wins. There are probably a few wins better with DeJounte Murray, right? Probably. Not a lot better, but what's DeJounte good for? 4 to 6 wins, maybe? And then we don't get Wemby. Danny Green to get traded, yep. Okay, no, good. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. The Dyer's fair enough. Harrison Barnes is out twisted. He got hurt while taking a nap. Mason, I liked DeJounte when he was here. Who was your favorite non-human I like them all equally, Chris. I can't say, I really can't. They all have their own little unique personalities. Hulk is always angry. Mikey's a ninja. Groot is like the official play reenactor, gambler advisor of the channel. Grogu's got his headband. JL's got the remote. David Robinson's a DDS. Stefan Castle. Yodi is Yodi. I like them all equally. Waiting for Luka Samich bobblehead night. Would I support a San Antonio NFL team? Stormy, I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want any more NFL teams. I like the league the way it is. I honestly don't want any more NBA teams. I like the leagues the way they are. I am... Sorry, guys in Texas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm against Texas getting another team. You already got the Dallas Cowboys, the Houston Texans. I know Texas is a huge state. If somebody's getting an expansion team, I'd like it to be a state that doesn't have a team. I've always felt that way when there's an expansion. Let's not put more teams in Texas or California or Florida. Put them somewhere in a place that doesn't have a team. Of course, you want to make sure you put in an area that can, the community, the people can support that team financially, and they're not going to have an attendance of like 50 people every night. I get that. You're not going to put a team in the middle of Idaho or Wyoming, but there are states that certainly probably could handle a sports team financially, and I just don't like seeing the same states get teams over and over and over again. Exactly. A place that'll I agree. Appreciate that'll support the team. Absolutely. Well, Idaho, because it's low population. Alaska Polar Bears. I don't know about that. Let me get the quarter 3 up, though. New Jersey needs a team. David, Jersey has technically the Giants and the Giants and Jets do play in New Jersey. They're the New York Giants and New York Jets, but their stadium is in New Jersey. Besides, all you need is the Spurs at San Antonio. You guys really need more than that? Do we need more than the Spurs? Chicago 1288 with the $5 super chat says, who wanted to bet De'Aaron Fox come out on a heater? I don't gamble, but I hope he continues the heat. San Antonio has proven time and time again, you put a football team here, they're going to support it. Well, honestly, that's up to you guys. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't care. Because I'm a New York Giants fan, wherever they put the expansion teams, it is not going to personally affect me. For you, if you want a team in San Antonio, then make it happen. I don't know how, voting or if there's a petition or whatever, there's got to be something out there. If you guys got a team, happy for you. It's not going to affect me. I'm a Giants fan. And if the San Antonio got a football team, that will not change. I'm a New York Giants fan, true and true, from when I became a fan to when I'm no more. Scott Shee did work late today. Would they be called the Spurs? They were a football team? You know who doesn't have any professional teams? Connecticut. We were supposed to get the Patriots many, many years ago, and the Patriots agreed to come to Hartford, Connecticut, and back to the deal at the last second to get a better deal out of Massachusetts and stayed in Foxborough. This is our second highest? Really, Phil? If anything, you should have quit being a Falcons fan after that Super Bowl. Spurs ball after a Detroit turnover to start the third quarter. Vassell with it out in three-point land, looking to drive. Kicks it out to Castle. Castle drives in the paint. Stops, pops, short. But Wemby hammers it down. Wemmy's been thunder dunking the crap out of the ball tonight. Carlos, I agree with you. I like the amount of teams that are right now. I don't want more teams. Duncan Robinson with a 3 from the corner with the shot clock expiring. Nails the 3. Clutch shot by Duncan Robinson. Champagne's going to take a catch and shoot 3 in. Okay, pop to Champagne. My area for a team is too cold. Benjamin, I'm in New England. Boston has 4 teams. That's why Connecticut probably won't get a team, is because Boston has teams, or Massachusetts has 4 teams, New York has multiple teams. So Connecticut won't get anything. We're a small state too. Freaking expensive state though. Cade drives on Castle, stops at the elbow. Pull up Jay. Air ball! Air ball! Nice job, Steph. Spurs ball. Biggest lead of the game is 18 right now. They can get it to possibly 20. Wemby puts a shoulder down, drives, fadeaway jumper is short. Cade will get the rebound and bring it up for Detroit. 10-10 to go, 76-58. Cade with a baseline jumper. Another air ball! Air ball! Vassell gets it into Wemby. Wemby's going to get the layup. We're up by 20. And Cade Cunningham with back-to-back air balls. I don't have a pop to Champagne, Ron Arski. I should have a pop to Champagne. Fox pokes it out of bounds, going to stay up Detroit. I saw somebody how I became a Spurs fan living in New England. I grew up in Massachusetts. We have a timeout. So I grew up a Giants and Yankees fan because of where I lived. Family was a Giants fan and Yankees fan, so grew up in a New York household. Became a fan of those teams. Now, all that being said, there were no fans of basketball because this was the mid to late 80s. The NBA was not the NBA we know right now. The NBA was not a global thing. It wasn't even popular in the States, really. Magic and Larry were, keeping the NBA afloat in the 80s. I discovered David Robinson in 1990. And that was it. Became a Spurs fan then. Daryl, this is not what I thought we'd see from Detroit tonight. Westics. Maybe a popular, unpopular opinion. And we're going to go a little off subject here from sports since Westick asked the question that I know where he's going with this. Chris Barnes. Now, I know George sounds better than Chris right now. No doubt about that. For me, at least, the George Fisher area of Cannibal Corpse, while amazingly consistent from Vile to the most recent album, which I actually don't have their most recent one. I forgot what it's called. I think Violence Unimagined is the one before that. I have that one. It's been very consistent. He has also sounded the same almost throughout the entire 25 plus years. Thank you for the super chat, the Grandmaster. Appreciate you. Drops the $1. $1 holla. Thank you very much. But what I love about the Chris Barnes era, Eaten Back to Life, Butchered, Tomb, and The Bleeding, is each one sounds different and is very unique. Eaten sounds like a thrash album. Butchered, all of a sudden, he's going to the full Cookie Monster. Tomb is more of a technical but yet catchy in places album. And then The Bleeding is probably the most commercial out of the first 4 albums. But his voice is different. And to his credit, or discredit, he has sounded different for better or for worse throughout a lot of his 6 Feet Under career. And I like the variety. It doesn't always pay off, but in Cannibal, I love the fact that each album was so different from one another. Where George, the variety it's just like this. It doesn't really change. Whereas Chris, those first 4 albums are each very different, and that's why I love that era over George's. There we go. Long answer, but there you go. Why does your YouTube channel live stream always end up behind when I switch windows? I don't have an answer for that. You think Harrison Barnes out of the lineup is actually... Ooh. Phil, that's a good question. So first of all, I like Harrison Barnes. He's struggling offensively. We can agree to that, right? He's not a good defender or rebounder. So he reminds me of Bryn Forbes in a way where if he's not doing anything offensively, he's a liability on both ends of the court. He's not a two-way player, so you know what? Maybe it's getting Carter Bryant more minutes. Maybe Barnes being out has been a blessing in disguise. I don't think Barnes will be here next year. If so, it would be in a reduced role off the bench. Keldon drives in the paint. Layup good. Wait, who's Keldon coming in for already? Wemby, Fox, Vassell, Castle, Keldon. Oh, Champagne came out already. Wow, Champagne came out early. Frosty, we do need more likes. We should have at least 500 likes right now. The Spurs are killing Detroit. Spurs fans, where are the thumbs up at? We are laying the smacketh down on Detroit. All right, throw you on there. Oh, my God. So, HB Kirkland apparently injured his ankle when he woke up from a nap. I don't know if he fell off a couch, out of his recliner, off a futon. I don't know what happened, but he got injured from a nap, and he's been out for 2 games now. And he had a little Iron Man streak going before that. Tobias Harris getting harassed by Keldon Johnson and almost gets a turnover. Instead, we get a layup instead. The ball fell into the hands of Ron Holland. Rich Wembanyama. We have a whistle on Detroit. Is that a goaltend? Goaltend. I believe that was for Fox. All right, 82-60. He slept on it wrong. That's the thing being north of 30, right? He was tripped by Lou Dort's a dirty player. I got to say, Lou Dort is doing a great job of... Is this a challenge? Detroit's challenging it. Lou Dort has done a fantastic job of me really not liking OKC. We're in a challenge, guys. James, you just did. Huh? See what I did there? Go ahead. Hopefully I see it. I'm a Chiefs fan and my family are Raiders fans in retrospect. I don't like the Raiders. I mean, my buddy Jim likes the Raiders. I think your Chiefs are going to be in a... I don't know where you guys go with Travis Kelce much on the wrong side of 30. Cobra, thank you for stopping it. What's going on? Bro was napping hard. Every team needs a dirty player. Maybe not that dirty, though. You crushed a spinal disc? Alex, I would agree with that. That's a fair assessment. I think Spurs are transitioning Carter Bryant, going to the youth. Yes, Dylan Harper. Thank you for being in the chat, Dylan Harper. Yeah. I mean, Carter Bryant's upside now is significantly higher than Harrison Barnes, and I'm not saying he's a better player at this moment in time, but he's a 20-year-old rookie who's only going one direction up, whereas Harrison Barnes is clearly now, really since the NBA Cup, and that's what I don't get. Up into the NBA Cup, Harrison Barnes was shooting like, 43 or 44% from three? He was playing very well for us. And then he had that 0 for 16 or whatever it was in the Cup. And since then, he hasn't been the same. What's going on, Homer? So Boater, oddly enough, my video is so Mike Smith is the former drummer for Suffocation, Bubba. Very revolutionary. I might actually do a video on Sohan tomorrow. My last video on Sohan. But I want to talk about what's been happening with him in New York, or what's not been happening. It's a bit shocking, and I kind of want to one final video, and then that'll be it. Tiki Barber Giants. Tiki Barber was a running back, and Rondé was a cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I won the challenge. Goaltend taken away. I don't know what's going on with Mason Plumlee, Wavy Man. I don't know when we're going to see him. Better wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. or Victor Cruz? Wow. The thing is, Victor Cruz's flame was so bright for such a short amount of time. Odell Beckham Jr. was the better wide receiver. Victor Cruz was the better New York Giant. How's that for an answer? And we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. I think that foul might be on Wemby. The hot dog looks good, but I can't create... What? Or what? I met Frank Mullen as well, 4 Paws in the Grave in Virginia. I got a picture with him before he left Suffocation. I know what you're talking about. And then I caught Guy Marchise's guitar pick. He threw it out at the end of the show. Yay. I also high-fived Frank during the show. There used to be a video on YouTube, but he was doing a song, and I'm 6'4", so you guys know I'm obviously tall, and I was standing near the front row during the song, and he was walking by, and it went like this, and I was the only person he gave a high five to. Maybe I was the only one who could actually reach up high enough. I don't know. I don't think that video's on YouTube anymore, but that was a good show. My buddy Dan went with me, and he didn't necessarily love it, but it was a good lineup. It was Suffocation, Jungle Rot, and... Shoot. Band that Exhumed. It's like band that did gore metal. Exhumed, Jungle Rot, and Suffocation. There's a turnover by the Spurs. It was a great show. EBK, anything is possible? They're down a lot by now, but anything is possible. Wavy Man, not the biggest punk guy. I do like some old Black Flag, Misfits, Ramones, the classic stuff. As far as modern stuff, I can dig a little Green Day and The Offspring, but overall not a huge fan. There's another foul on the Spurs. Wemby's going nuts. He's not a fan of the call. Well, I know some of you saying it now. Got to keep it close. That was a push-off by Cade Cunningham. That is not a foul. That's a terrible call. And we don't have a challenge because we wasted our challenge in the first half on a bad challenge. Ron Holland drives in the paint. Layup good. 17-point game. 80-63, 8-10 to go in the third quarter. Wemby now brings it up for the Spurs and immediately gets fouled. James, I'm sorry. That usually happens. The crowd just got loud for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. Duren with the foul. Wait, that's 5 on Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren with 7 points and 5 fouls. KBD, I think Bubba, KBD missed a bucket in that game. That's the one where he drops, or did he go perfect? You're talking about like the 30 or whatever he had in LeBron against the Lakers? Easily one of the best games, or best single individual performances we've called on this channel. KBD's 30-piece, Mamu's game against the Knicks, Wemby's 50-piece. And we're going to have a jump ball as Wemby hits the deck and gets tied up. Duren has had... This is not the Jalen Duren we saw. Duren was fantastic, actually, in the first game. Didn't he have over 20? Bubba, you might be right. KBD might have gone like 10 for 10. It was a fun game to call. Especially when it's... I mean, with all due respect, it's a role player. And Cade baits D up, doing it defended by one of the greatest of all time in LeBron James. Just not unexpected. Kelvin in the paint. Throws it up and it goes in. 82-63. Good evening, James. The Spurs bench is getting outscored tonight, 29-17, but not a shocker. Fox and Wemby have been nuclear tonight. Cade in the paint, throws up the layup. Good, and they're calling a goaltend, but it went in anyway. Who's the better Spur all time, KBD or Mamu? I mean, they both played about the same amount of time, didn't they? I don't know who Trent McDuffie is, Tony. I have no idea. 82-65. Spurs ball. Keldon taking an open three. Short. And he just missed his own rebound. Keldon's three-point shot's been a little off lately. He's a streaky three-point shooter. Tobias Harris for three, no good. Wemby skies for the rebound. Gets it up to Vassell. 82-65, 7-11 to go. Vassell over to Fox. Fox little crossover. Back to Wemby. Wemby thought about the three, pulls it down and gets fouled. Is that an offensive foul? Ron Holland is down. Holding his face. I don't know if that's an offensive foul or defensive foul. Ron Holland is still down, holding his face. I don't think he's... I think Sean just said he got poked in the eye. Take a look at the replay. I mean, Wemby kind of ran... I didn't see where he got hit in the face. What's up, Amir? Thank you for stopping in. I didn't actually see where he took a shot in the face on the replay. Am I tripping? Amir, the sports critic, good dudes. Thank you for stopping in, Amir. Hey, if you're an Orlando Magic fan, St. Louis Cardinals fan, those two probably going to call the most. Check his channel out. He's a good guy. Does play-by-play like I do. We go back to 2019 when we were both movie channels. I was stuck in the 80s and he was the movie critic. And we both said, the heck with this. We like sports better. And it worked out good for both of us making the switch. Wemby falls down. Castle drives in the paint. Layup. Nice job, Steph. Was it a thumb to the eye? Andy, I honestly didn't see it, but I'll take your guys' word for it. I was going to say, he was down a lot. Cunningham for three. Stephon Castle went down, is slow to get up. Like, for him to act like that long, I was like, I didn't see it, but I didn't think he was trying to do an Oscar-worthy performance there. Cade now 7 of 21. Vassell's open in the corner. Is going to take a three. No good. Keldon's, like, I don't know what Keldon was doing there on the offensive rebound. It is Detroit ball down by 16, so they are slowly chipping away at the lead just a little bit. The Spurs were up by as much as 20 at one point. Tobias Harris runner, no good. Fouled going to the line for two. Thank you, Wavy Man. It says, show some love and hit the thumbs up. I like the sound of that. Thank you, Pop. What were we trying to get to? 500? Did we get to 500? Oh, we're all past 500. Thank you, guys. Couple free throws coming up for Detroit. Tony, next month. Next month is the anniversary. Thank you, Amir. April 5th of next month will be the 7-year anniversary of TSR Sports. Amir, when did you start the Sports Critic? Was it like a couple weeks after I started TSR Sports? We were pretty close. I think it was like within a month, right? What's up, Sebasti? Tobias Harris at the line for one more. 84-69, 84-70. It's down to 14. You know, Amir, I know it's definitely 2019, but I think time-wise we were within a month. Maybe later. I don't remember. 7 years ago. It's not like I can't just go to your channel and look at the About section, and there it'll be. Castle drives in the paint. Did he just travel? He got a step, and he traveled. Yep, Damien, April 5th next month. Keldon not looking his best. 84-70, I think, is Castle coming out? I was surprised he did not shoot it when he got to the rim like that. I think that's the second turnover for Steph. Cunningham with a layup. No good. Tipped by Paul Reed, who's checked in, and it's a 12-point game. Oh, boy. Spurs are... This is not the Spurred quarter. Spurs slipping a little bit here. Basketball's a 48-minute game. We talk about it all the time. Got to play 48 minutes. Not 24, not 36. 48. And the Pistons are right back in this friggin' thing. For those just coming, Jalen Duren does have 5 fouls. He's not been a factor. He was a huge contributor in that first loss of the Spurs. I think he kept the Pistons in there in the fourth quarter. I think he had like 24 points overall or something. I mean, we do have a good chance to go to the finals. We really do. RYZ, the second quarter had been bad lately. Tonight is the third quarter. Phil, the refs aren't doing us any favors. But you know what? They're not doing the Pistons any favors. Duren has 5 fouls. Wake 202, thank you for stopping in. Number 1 seed in the East, you better believe they have a 10-point run in them. There you go. Vassell is in the game at the moment, Young. What's up, Medicare guys? Hope the Spurs aren't stuck in the 80s. Nice. April 28th, 2019. There you go. It was one of the months. Same month. If you could go back in time, what era would you go back? If I could turn back time. If I could find a way. I'd go back to the 60s and buy every comic book and come back here. I mean, I'd be a millionaire many times over. Wemby drives in the paint, throws it up, no good. Foul going to line for 2. I'd go back probably to like 1963. Buy Amazing Fantasy 15, multiple copies. Incredible Hulk #1, multiple copies. Action Comics #1, Detective Comics #27. I would go crazy and buy tons and tons of old school comics, bring them back here, sell a couple, retire, and keep some of the other ones, of course. 84-72, Wemby at the line for 2, 5:25 to go. First free throw's good. Don't use time travel financial gain. You're right. Gray's Sports Almanac. 85-72. Or I could go back to the 80s and be a ninja. Go, 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 go ninja, go ninja, go, go ninja, go ninja, go. Boof, boof, boof. What's up, Hannah with Fist? Wemby missed a second free throw. Get a Honus Wagner card. 1952 Topps Mantle. Actually, 52 Topps Mantle would be very affordable in 63. The Wagner card might be hard to track down. That's a long 3 by Herter. No good. Hit the top of the backboard. Spurs ball. And Dwan, they did take down Vassell. Carter Bryant has checked in. Dylan Harper's checked in. Champagne's back on the court for Keldon. Keldon did not play particularly well while he was in there. Carlos, I didn't see it. So, cool. Apparently, I'm not seeing the heavy troll comments anymore, so thank you, Wrench Gang. Wemby, wow, Wemby gets fouled. Paul Reed, I don't know what he was thinking there, but fouling Paul Reed. You know, actually, Mike, if I was going to catch a concert, who's my favorite player on the Pistons? Nobody, BK. If I have to pick one, I'll pick Jalen Duren because I wanted him as a Spur in 2022. But, I mean, I'm a Spurs fan, so I really... Mike 4H. I would go back to 1983 to see Quiet Riot in their prime because I was a huge Quiet Riot fan. I got to see them. I got to see Kevin Dubrow play with them before he passed away, literally the year before. Seeing them in their prime, I could see early Metallica that year too, all the 80s metal bands, early Slayer. I don't know what just happened. Cade Cunningham just threw the ball, and there wasn't a Piston within 5 feet and it went out of bounds. I don't know where he was throwing that, but nobody was there. Spurs ball after the turnover, 85. I just put 2 points on the Pistons by accident. It's 85-72. I don't know what happened there. All right, sorry. Spurs are in the bonus. Just saying. Wemby with the ball for San Antonio, up by 13. Wemby drives in the paint. Gets to Castle. Castle out to Bryant. Back to Champagnie. Over to Harper for 3. No good. Castle tips the rebound out of bounds. And it's actually going to be off of Paul Reed. Nice, Andy. Slayer at Hammerfist. I saw Slayer at during the Extreme Metal Tour where the 3 main bands were Static X, rest in peace, Pantera, rest in peace, Slayer, rest in peace. Actually, Pantera was the headliner. Slayer was the co-main event. Co-main, whatever. There's a pass to Wemby, and he's going to get fouled. Wemby going to line for 2. You know, Ricardo can oh! Carlos is asking Babe Groot, Girthy Groot, how do we like it? My phone's being charged, but if you guys are watching on your phone and you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, make sure you grab your phone, minimize the chat, hit the thumbs up, boop, bring up the chat. You've now officially supported the channel. I'm Groot. Thank you, Groot. Nobody has more than 8 points except for Fox and Wemby? Seriously? You know what? And I'm fine with that. Because if the Spurs win, I don't care who gets the points. A win's a win. 86-72, Spurs up by 14. One more free throw from Wemby. I don't know where Robert C. is. Stormy, yes, I will be watching UFC this weekend. 87-72. I'll be watching with my buddy Jeff, who unfortunately is leaving. You guys have seen him in the chat under the name Captain Cadogan. He is leaving the area sometime in June. -1 friend for TSR. And I'll still keep in touch with him, but it won't be the same. Pistons ball, 5 on the shot clock. Kevin Huerter's going to start to drive. Out to Stewart. Stewart fakes a 3, drives in the paint. Throws it back out to Huerter. Huerter at the buzzer. Okay. That was nice. I'll give credit where credit is due. No, Twisted, I don't stream UFC anymore. I did in 2019 and a little in 20. They don't cost... Actually... Wemby for 3? I mean, there's so many UFC streamers now. Trying to stream UFC would be impossible to grow. If I had stuck with it back in 19 and 20, maybe nah. There's a foul on the Spurs. Wemby now with 30-something. 34 for Wemby. Robert Kearney from Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, he died. Did he die? Did the dude from Revenge of the Nerds die? Oh, well. That's a great movie. 4 fouls for Wemby. Luke Cornett's checking in. That'll probably be it for Wemby for the rest of the quarter. It makes sense. There's little 3 minutes of change left. I didn't know he passed away, guys. When you guys were saying that in the chat, I could not figure out who you were talking about. I liked Revenge of the Nerds. How old was he? Actually, that came out 40 plus years ago, so he was probably, what, early 60s? There's an air ball 3 by Isaiah Stewart. Pistons get the ball back. Huerter in the paint. Out to Stewart again for 3 again. And he splashes that one. Dude, guys, it's a 12-point game. The Pistons are hanging around here. They're hanging around, and I don't like it. Fox with the ball right now, guarded by Paul Reed. Gets it into Cornette. Cornette out to Carter Bryant. Over to Champagnie for 3. He misses it, but he's fouled. Julian Champagnie I swear gets fouled about once every 2.5 games to 3 games, taking a 3 and goes to the line for 3. Jacob, I feel the same way, but that's our Spurs. Tell the Pistons to go to sleep. Yeah, most of you guys, Fox scored in the second half. He hasn't scored in the second half, has he? Didn't Darren Fox have 22 at the half? First free throw by Champagny is good. Splutterfly, good evening to you. We need a run of runs. Or the game, the king of kings, the game. Champagny at the line for 2 more. Oh, I missed one of his free throws. He must have missed one. Or was that a 2-pointer? I was talking to the chat. Well, it's 92-78 either way. He has not. Wow. I did not realize De'Aaron Fox has been scoreless in the third quarter. Pistons ball. Paul Reed misses in the paint. Gets the ball back. Second shot will bounce around a few times off the rim and eventually go in. Spurs were up by as much as 20 in this game. The Pistons have been hanging around. Cornette almost turns it over, gets it out to Champagny instead. Champagny's going to drive to the paint, throws it up off the glass, and it rolls off the rim. Fight for the board, and the Pistons will come away with it. I always say the goal for Detroit is to get this lead to single digits before the fourth quarter. They are down by 12 at the moment. And there's a turnover. Oh, not a turnover. It's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to be Spurs ball. So it is a turnover. Thought we had a fast break. Wemby has played over 8 minutes. Yes, Toby Banks, some of us in the chat are thinking that they're ramping up his minutes a bit for the playoffs next month. Hey, Kills, what's up? Yeah, let's not get sloppy and win this. And do we have a timeout? Yes, we do. Cornette's not been, he's been a little on and off here and there. Jalen Duren's in foul trouble, puppy cart. He's got 5 fouls, I believe. Were we up by 22? You know what? If we win by 22, we win by 12, we win by 2. It's a win. I just want to win. Dylan Harper, I agree 100%. And Jalen Duren was huge in the first game between these two teams. He has not had it tonight. Cade Cunningham is struggling from the field again. He's 7 of 21? Yeah, Cade is 7 of 21 with 4 boards, 6 assists. The Spurs, again, have done a great job at a possible MVP in the league. I got to think Cade's had some of his worst games of the year against the Spurs. All right, Tony, I'll catch you later. Cornette's fighting in the trench. Fair enough. Vassell, I thought did he start the game? Vassell started the game hitting a few shots. I think he's gone a little cold too. We have a replay. The Pistons, are they challenging this one too? Because they did win their first challenge. Cade 12 of 47 in 2 games. Dude, that's just above 25%. Thank you, it kills. Woo! 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 Flying Jonathan, woo! That's UConn mascot. All right, we're getting the play call now. Barnes is hurt from a nap. I'm not kidding. Harrison Barnes got hurt taking a nap somehow. Are we going to get a play call here? Thank you, JL. Maybe? Eventually? Cade Cunningham giving the stink eye while walk by the camera. It's overturned. Detroit basketball. Marcus Stein, I assume they challenged it. You don't just review automatically. Yeah, Detroit challenged it. Detroit, 2 of 2 on challenges today. Asar Thompson is injured. Yes, he got hurt 2 minutes into the game. He has not played since. Yes, Harrison Barnes lost the Iron Man streak. Correct. All right, come on, Spurs. Close the third quarter strong. Kevin Huerter blows by Carter Bryant, the runner in the paint. Down by, it's a 10-point game. Detroit is very much in this. James, I don't know. He got hurt taking a nap. That's the word. Not Bird is the word. The word is he got hurt taking a nap. When he woke up, his ankle was sore. Not a good, this has not been the spurred quarter for San Antonio. Fox with the ball, drives in the paint, the runner. No good. Offensive rebound by Carter Bryant after the cornet tip. Come on, Darren. You had a huge first half. Let's start getting it going again. Harper into the paint. Out to Bryant. Over to Champagny. Champagny's going to drive in the paint. Some contact. No good. Foul going in line for 2. Hot shot fire girl. Good evening to you. Meatball, thank you for stopping in. 2 free throws coming up for San Antonio. That foul is on Paul Reed. 1:04 to go. 92-82. Both teams are in the bonus. Filtered water. Carlos, filtered water through my refrigerator. Harrison. Does it actually say that? Harrison Barnes DNP because of nap? We've beaten the Knicks, Jonah Tamex. We're 1-2 against them this year, but we didn't beat the Knicks in that game where Julian Champagny had a career game and set a Spurs record for 3-pointers in a game. So we have beat the Knicks once this year. Just hit 600 likes. Nice. I agree with lethality. It's only 11 points. It was as much as 22 apparently. Cade Cunningham's going to drive in the paint. Gets it to Paul Reed, and he hammers it down. And it's single digits now. All right, getting a little nervous. Not going to lie. A little nervous. As you guys said in the chat, Detroit's the best team in the Eastern Conference. They were just going to lie down and go away, easily. And Luke Cornett gets fouled. Wait. A technical on Cornett. Well, that's on Luke. Tony20251, $10 super chat says Cornett is an absolute liability. He has his games where he's been rough. He's also had games where he's been very good. Cade makes the tee. It's an 8-point game. Jalen Duren has 5 fouls. I didn't see what happened. He's fighting with Paul Reed and he goes down. I think, did they call a foul on the Pistons and Luke was... So no foul. I guess Luke barked at the refs and got teed up. It's Spurs ball at 14 on the shot clock. All right, that was confusing. 93-85. Fox is wide open for 3 all day. Come on, Darren. No! Fox is still not scored in the second half. He was so good in the first half. He has gone cold. Actually, the team has gone cold. There are 6 seconds between shot clock and game clock, so the Spurs should get the ball back. And now a steal! Carter Bryant diving on the floor for a loose ball. That's going to be a jump ball. The shot clock should not have been reset for the Pistons. There was not a change of possession. That ball was bouncing all around. 93-85, 8 seconds to go. Wayne, what's up? Go Spurs, go to you. Buzz, what's up? Blake Carter Bryant with the effort. I like it. Steph was trying to call a timeout. They wouldn't give it to him. I don't know what's going to happen with the shot clock here. Okay, I guess that was a change of possession. I didn't think it was, but I stand corrected. I don't know. Refs know no more than I do, right? Yeah, they got a new shot clock. And then they turned it over! The Pistons won the jump ball, then turned the ball over. Spurs will have it. 6 seconds to go. Can we get the lead back to double digits? Wemby's checking back in. Come on, Wemby. Come on, MVP. Wemby has a chance at a 40-piece tonight, maybe even 50. Fox with the ball. Fox takes off in the paint. He lost the ball. Turnover. All right, that was not the third quarter. That was a bit of a third quarter, Humgo. I cannot lie. What's up, Joshua? Carter Bryant has already eclipsed Jeremy Sohan as a player. Wow. Yeah. I don't have a lot to stand on to counter that argument. That was this. So we've seen two different De'Aaron Fox. And it's not to harp on Fox too much. Dylan Harper. Phenomenal first half. Nothing in the second half. That's not the De'Aaron Fox we need if we're going to be competitive in the playoffs. We need first half Fox. And thank goodness Wemby was still Wemby. Wemby's got 34. Legit shot at 50. There's no reason to think he can't drop 16 in a quarter. Just hopefully the rest of the team's not standing around watching him doing it. 8-point lead. We got a game. KMC, change officiating this season. I don't like a lot of the officiating this year. Yeah, what happened in the third quarter? Man, I know what happened. Don't get me wrong. I know we got outscored. We got outscored 30-22. So we won the first quarter, the second quarter. The Pistons won the third quarter. Pistons are 45-15, 21-8 on the road. The Spurs had to expect this. They punched us in the face in the third quarter. So now we got to do the same back. Just like this. How do you let the coach talk to you like that when you're trying to make... What do you mean, DJ? I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. Let the coach... I'm not tracking. Wavy, that's fair. Wessex, thank you very much. Says, show some much love and hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Coppins, he went cold. He had a great first half, and he went cold in the second. Last game I saw, Cade push Spurs guards like 5-6 times in the game. Why does he get... I did see one push off tonight, Lauren. I saw at least one push off that wasn't called. A lot of players get away with it. Shea does that a lot. We've seen Wemby do it. They do this, the little thing with the arm. I've seen Castle do it. Sometimes players get called for it. A lot of players don't. They go in there and just do a little whoop. I disagree. Vassell sucks. Inconsistent. Maybe. He was phenomenal the last 5 games. He seems to have cooled off tonight. D. Noggles, I want to say he had 2 in the first half, and I'm actually not sure Devin scored in the third quarter either. Did he? I feel like it was all Wemby in the third quarter. You know what the refs need to change? Lauren, what a travel is, because I swear they let guys take vacations now these days. Castle with the ball, start off with... Oh, Castle immediately gets fouled by Paul Reed. Took a good shot. Already a quick foul on Detroit. $93-85. Q4. What do we got? We got Wemby, Champagny, Fox, Castle, Carter, Bryant. So Carter in there. Carter getting some quality minutes lately. I like it. And he's been playing mostly well. Wemby zips it out to Carter, open for 3. And he bricked that one, though. Of course, as soon as I say it, he misses a shot. Detroit ball. There's a 3. No good. Fight for the board, and Wemby gets the board and now gets tied up, and ball's now bouncing around like a hot potato. Finally lands in the hands of Julian Champagny, Spurs ball. It literally was just bouncing around. Castle drives, kicks it out to Bryant. Back over to Champagny. Champagny fakes the 3. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby over to Fox. Fox for 3. Darren is 0 for everything in the second half. And Carter Bryant in the trailer with a huge block. That's his 3rd block tonight. Carter's a good shot blocker. Champagny drives baseline. Layup good. I think Bryant has 3 blocks. Spurs with 7 blocks overall. I mean, Carter Bryant might be our second best. Actually, not might. I think he's our second best shot blocker. Is he not? Tobias Harris, short jumper, good. I mean, he's got the ups, the athleticism. He's quick hops. Nice chase down block by Carter Bryant. 95-87. Fox with the ball. Drives in the paint. Kicks out to Castle. Castle to Wemby. Wemby's going to take a 3. No good. We need a David. Oh, you know what? David Robinson. You know what? Next stoppage, David Robinson's going to make an announcement. We are cold, Greco. Cool as ice. And there's a turnover. Fox on the break into the paint. Made the layup. Finally, De'Aaron Fox scores in the second half. Turnover Detroit turns into a fast break. Well, we got a 3 down the other end. That is no good by Karis LeVert. Spurs ball. De'Aaron Fox now 24 points. Those were his first points in the second half. Wemby's going to drive. The runner banks it. All right, back to 12. I know you, Mike SB, I know you love it when the Spurs takes threes with a passion. Wemby has 3 blocks and Carter Bryant has 3 blocks. There's a turnover by Jenkins. Castle bring it up for the Spurs. Slows it up. Kicks it over to Fox. Fox over to Champagny. Champagny splits the double team. Drives in the paint. Got fouled. Champagny going to the line for 2. While he's going to the line, you have time to go and brush your teeth. It's getting late. Time to brush those teeth, so get in there. Brush the front, brush the side, brush the back. When you're done, grab your floss. You know what to do. Left, right, left, right, left. When you're done flossing, grab some mouthwash. And you'll have perfect teeth, like the Admiral. Thank you, David Robinson, DDS. We have a super chat in the chat. Mike SVE, I forget. I was trolling you. Thank you for the super chat. I know you hate it with a passion. We have a legit shot at 60 wins. And yes, Pistons fans, thank you for being here. To the Wrench Gang, I'm guessing you guys have been working harder than normal tonight. I have not seen anything nasty in the chat. I'm guessing YouTube's holding anything inappropriate. And you guys are catching it. And I appreciate you. Victor's doing very well, Ernie. Carter Bryant's looked good tonight. The 3. Serious question, chat. Is Carter Bryant already on par where Jeremy Sochan was as a defender? This is not a troll of Jeremy. Is he already there? Or is he close to being there? I say he's close to being there. Not there yet, but darn close. Beef stew for 3. Single digits again. 191. Wait, is that a 2? They have 87. Did I put a point by extra? I put a point on the wrong side. It's 101.90. My apologies, 101.90. Castle almost gets a turnover, gets the ball back. Out to Champagny for 3. No good. All right, some of you guys say already better. Okay. He's better than this year's Jeremy, I'll say that. Maybe Jeremy, first 2 years Jeremy, maybe not. He's getting there quick, though. Cade with the ball for the Pistons, drives in the paint. Gets blocked by Wemby. Oh, my God. Why did he even try to take that shot? Castle on the break to Wemby here at 51, baby! I don't know what Cade was thinking there. He goes to take a shot, and Wemby's right in front and really just stuffs it in his face. Tobias Harris jumper's no good. Ball bounces around. It's going to be caught by Kelvin. Dives out of bounds, saving the ball. Nice hustle by Kelvin. Wemby's going to take a mile-long 3. Well, no good. That was radio, Wemby. 103.90. Timeout, Detroit. $103.90. So, Marlo, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to copy another channel. Vassell to what? Was it Vassell to Wemby Graham? I thought it was Area 51. Did I miss that? I got excited. Thank you, Chen. Says hit the thumbs up. I might have missed that. I probably saw the pineapple and not the player. Jose, Miss TSR is not here tonight. And this could very well be a finals preview. And if the Spurs beat the Pistons tonight and play this team in the finals, if the Spurs lose, it's my fault. What? Come on now. Yeah, Mike, I don't know about that. Thank you, Bart. Appreciate that. How's Castle's D? I mean, Cade Cunningham struggling again. Yeah, I missed it, Gary. My bad. Cade is 7 of 22 tonight. The thing is, I saw the pineapple, and I went right to... I saw an alley-oop to Wemby. I saw pineapple, alley-oop, and I just thought it was Castle immediately. Phil, I don't know if I'm going to have that song done by the time your subscription expires. So if it happens, it happens. That's fine, because what happens is I get a song idea, and then something else comes up, like the Wemby song now. I might want to do that first. the order constantly changes. The Wemby song I just put up last week was actually written before the season started, and I just got around to finally doing it. Greco says, can I get a thumbs up? I like your train of thought. I like the sound of that. Hop out. Jalen Duren has been in foul trouble the entire second half. He got his 5th foul fairly early in the third quarter. Kiddos, I mean, I'm a Spurs fan, so I gotta go San Antonio. Yes, Wemby should get 40, no problem tonight. Do you get Castle and that? I usually don't get them mixed up, but if I'm not locked in on, because of the pineapples, now Steph's giving me the stink eye. Like, really? You got me mixed up with Devin? Really? I mean, you both got pineapples. If I only see the pineapple, I'm going to sue. But they're not the same pineapple. I do think Steph has the best pineapple in the NBA. I would expect Duren to come back in at some point. They're showing somebody chugging a beer. That's not what I would expect to see on here tonight. Old lady thought, have fans changed in the U.S.? All these 40-year-olds acting like their kids sing along with teen pop songs and dancing like they're excited to be on TV. So Lauren, I have a buddy in his 40s that loves K-pop. So I get that. I do not love K-pop. If you like it, more power to you. I can't stand it. Not my thing. But I'm sure death metal's not many people think in the chat either. There's a missed shot by, who was that? Karis LeVert. Spurs ball, 103.90. Yes, definitely generational. JBG, Vassell had been really good the last 5 games, a little off tonight. I mean, it's been the Wemby show. It was Fox and Wemby in the first half and Wemby in the second half. Wemby's going to drive in the paint, layup. No good. Harper swats the rebound out to Kelvin. Spurs will keep it. Wemby's not going to take a long 3. I didn't love that shot. Went out of bounds. Detroit ball. Jay Little. Funny that you have sucks in your channel name, because when I tell you my favorite death metal band, you are going to laugh. It is 6 feet under. For better or worse, there's some albums by them I really love. Some are just humorously bad, but it is 6 feet under. And a kickball on the Spurs. 14 on the shot clock for Detroit, 103.90. Wavy Man? Very familiar with Cradle of Filth. The very first album I ever bought by them was their EP, V Empire. I forgot the whole name of the album is. The one with the remake of Forest, which was my name. So yes, old school Cradle of Filth. From Dusk and Her Embrace. I don't remember all their old albums names. It's been a while. Oh, there's a foul down himself. What's up, Jedi Master? Who's the best guitar player? So I don't think there's necessarily a best guitar player. There's a favorite guitar player. And of all time, when I wonder when anybody asked that, Randy Rhoads always pops up first. Just because there was so much potential there and we lost him way too early. There's a steal by Dylan Harper. Harper drives on the break. Throws it down. Never mind, layup. Harper with a two-handed thunder dunk. Nice. It's a turnover by the Pistons. Stepped out of bounds. $105.90 Spurs fans. What's up, Wemby M4L? For those that know death metal, the crazy thing with 6 feet under is, they were kind of mid for a good portion of their career, and then Unborn and Undead and Unborn, or whatever they came out, were phenomenal. Kevin Talley on drums, Ola Englund joined the band. Those 2 albums are some of my favorite albums of all time, and then they just went back to not good again after that. Castle gets blocked in the paint. Cade with a pull-up jumper. Bounces off the rim twice. No good. Man, Cade Cunningham again. The Spurs, he just can't get it going against us. Timeout, Mitch. Timeout, Mitch. The Knicks loss, it was just bad. Mark Angel, we couldn't get anything going on either side of the ball by anybody. Haunted was a decent album. All right. Well, Punk Yodi. I mean, that makes sense because Alan West was an Obituary, and from what I understand, some of those songs were songs he wrote for Obituary they didn't use. So yes, it was very Obituary-like. Twisted, yeah, Max Calavera. I like some older Sepultura. Timeout, guys. Spurs up by 15. Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. Dun, 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 dun. I just learned how to play that, and then I forgot how to play it. Dun, 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 dun. Rich, we haven't seen Concussion. He's Headband Grogu. Headband Grogu. Come on now. Ooh. 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 May the headband be with you. Thing is, with since we're in a timeout, whenever I think Sepultura, no matter what, the first thing that pops in my head with Sepultura, Roots! Bloody Roots! No matter what. It's not my favorite Sepultura song, but immediately I think Roots, Bloody Roots. NBA, this is what 34 minutes of Wemby looks like. Nice. What's up, name, surname? Post-op Grogu. Mandalorian movie is this year, correct? Grogu sound like Paul Bear. I used to do a Paul Bear. Let me get a little agua. Clear my throat. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my Undertaker.
Yokozuna, at the Royal Rumble, you will rest in peace.
There's my Undertaker and Paul Bear. iWestic says, Rich, I might be getting 2 special things in the mail, iWestic, whatever you might be sending me. And another viewer said he bought a jersey and got 2 for the price of 1 and is sending me the extra one. That is extremely generous. Thank you. If that does happen, I don't have a Harper jersey, but I would absolutely wear it. Might actually start wearing it instead of I might put my Johnson away and start rocking some Harper. Thank you, Kojaro. That was always my my Undertakers. I would say Yokozuna, or I guess Yoko Tuna. I don't know. Wemby is cooking tonight. Big time. He's looking good. We play the Clippers. Can I do Morgan Freeman? I cannot. Clippers play the Spurs tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live for that. So if you are looking to hang out, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hashtag road to 40K. We're a long ways away, but maybe we can get there in the playoffs. I expect the crowds might be pretty big for us during the playoffs. There's an alley-oop to Kelvin. He can't make the alley-oop layup, and it is Detroit ball. Detroit going to have to try to make one last run here at the end of the game. Rodolfo, it's Darth Vader. I think that's a lot of people's. Nice runner by Duncan Robinson over Wemby. Spurs ball. Fox will bring it up. About to hit the 5-minute mark. A 13-point game. The Spurs still have 3 timeouts left. Detroit only has 1. Fox in the paint. Runner good. There we go, Darren. Raider Paul, who in the world is saying Wemby sucked? All right, Carlos, I'll show you the game. Thank you, Triple H. Cade for 3. Okay. All right. Nice shot, Cade. Still struggling from the floor a bit, but that's a big 3. Detroit needed that. They're down by 12. Do they have one push, or can the Spurs shut them down? Wemby with the ball. Over to Fox. Fox a step over 3. There we go. Fox starting to heat up now in the 4th quarter. Drops a 3, back to 15. 110-95. It is Detroit ball. Ball's deflected and almost stolen. Herter gets the ball back, drives in the paint, left-handed layup's good. And now Mitch is going to call a timeout. The Knicks, Rodolfo, yeah, we have struggled against the Knicks. Doesn't mean we can't beat them, but we have struggled against the Knicks this year. Tucker, go Spurs, go to you. Matter of fact, go Spurs, go to all of you. Wemmy's name is the problem. No, at 95, I really can't hear the announcers. I can hear a little of what they're saying, but for the most part, I can't hear a thing. So, I don't know what the announcers are saying. I don't know if I like... Wemmy's not the problem. Wemmy's the solution. Stormy, I hope not. Let's hear some. Bolt thrower. So I know bolt thrower is. Punk Yodi, I can't say... I can really give... I haven't heard more than a song here or there. Since we got Punk Yodi in the chat, end the game, good luck, boop. Boop. That's what we do here. We do the boops. 17 likes to 700. Let's go. No, I do agree we cannot make a deep playoff run without De'Aaron Fox. We suck at the third part. I don't think we... I don't know. Timeout over. Maybe he's just giving Wemby and company a rest. Carter Bryant just grabbed Wemby. Steph wanted to attack Wemby real quick. He's like, hey, get back here. Wemby is the problem for 20. All right. I mean, that is fair. By the way, this is Jonathan, UConn mascot. For those that don't know or have forgotten, Stephon Castle's from UConn. All right, Phil, I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but I am very thankful if you do, which that would be great. I would absolutely wear it the day it gets here on a game. Fox with the ball for the Spurs. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to launch a mile-long three. Front rim, no good. Kevin Huerter with the rebound, 110-97. Spurs looking to get the sweep on Detroit since it's an Eastern Conference team. They only play them twice. The Spurs beat them in an extremely physical game in Detroit. Cunningham fadeaway jumper. Cade Cunningham finally heating up. Wait a minute. What are they doing on the scoreboard here? They're messing with me. I was like, did I miss a point? It's 110-99. An extremely physical game in Detroit. It's been much less physical tonight, and the Spurs have been up pretty much the whole game. Champagnie catch and shoot three. Pop the Champagnie! Phil, he missed TSR. A lot of these guys, Stephon Castle, Slothy, Jonathan, she left him here. I told her not to. She's all alone now. Beef Stew with the ball. Gets it out to Tobias Harris. Harris guarded by Champagnie, 8 on the shot clock. Harris is going to drive on Champagnie. Quick double. Double backs off. Gets it to Cade. Cade getting by Steph. Back out to Harris for three. Off the rim, no good. Wemby with the rebound. And now the Pistons are starting to run out of time. Fox with a crossover down the other and layup. No good. I think it was blocked. 113.99, 2.5 minutes to go. Cade Cunningham for 3 and 1. Wow. Cade Cunningham just hit a 3 and it's a and 1er. That was a bad foul by Stephon Castle. Yeah, is Wemby to get his 40 tonight? He just needs 2 more. Made the free throw. That was a 4-point play. Cade Cunningham now with 26 points on 10 of 26 shooting. Not a great game, but much better than the last time he played. Last game he was, I believe, 5 or 6 of 26, so you step in the right direction for Cade. Steph with the ball, out to Wemby. Wemby drives. I think it was blocked on that layup by Beef Stew. Karis LeVert down the other end gets blocked by Vassell. Gets the ball back, blocked by Wemby. It's a block party. They get the ball up to Castle. Castle sprints in the paint. Layup and 1. That might be the dagger, guys. $115-103. Couple blocks by the Spurs. And a fast break for Castle. And then an and 1. Boom! Goes to dynamite. Blocked by Vassell. Blocked by Wemby. I think it was might have been Javonte Green getting blocked twice on that one. Poor Javonte Green. Man, a stupid foul on the other end by Detroit. Vassell flexing the biceps for Castle. If somebody's spoiling in the chat, guys, you got to time them out. 1 warning, and then a timeout. Just 5-minute timeouts for now. Warning, timeout. Castle with 10 points. Castle with a double-double. He's got 10 points, 11 assists. A quiet 11 assists, but 11 assists nonetheless. Kevin Huerter with the ball for Detroit. Drives in the paint. Oh, there's a foul by Wemby on a three-point shot. I think we have 3 free throws coming up. I didn't see who he fouled. That was Javonte Green? I think it was Javonte Green. Devin's a decent defender, Camps. He's not developed into the 3-and-D guy I thought he would, but he's certainly, I think he's been better this year than last year. I don't know how he is analytically, but eyeball test, he seems better than last year. Longers to spoil the Spurs win. I hope you're right. And yes, Wemby did land on him. And thank you, Phil, for the smash of thumbs up. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, Wemby. 31 is Javonte Green. Don't pick on LeBron fans. Look, I know a lot of people have Jordan as a GOAT. There's a lot of people that have LeBron as a GOAT. LeBron's last year is this year or next year. And all due respect, Gary, you make a lot of LeBron content. What are you going to do when he retires? I'm not trying to troll, but there's a lot of LeBron detractors that feed off making that type of content. There's a lot of people that there was the whole Steven Seagal thing on YouTube, like people trashing Steven Seagal, that as much as they trashed him, it's like, you're getting a pretty big channel off of a guy you don't like. Third free throw is good. It's a 10-point game. Detroit just kind of hanging in here. There's not a lot of time left, but we've seen the Reggie Miller and Tracy McGrady plays. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. Steph will bring it up for San Antonio, drops it off to Fox. Back to Steph. They get across the half court, no problem. To Champagnie for 3. That's the dagger. That's got to be the dagger. 13-point game. Champagnie with 16 now. A quiet 16, but important. There's another block by the Spurs. That's got to be the game. Fast break for the Spurs on the other. Oh, Castle fouled by Cade. Hard foul, too. Sure, that wasn't intentional. That's a dagger, guys. The Spurs are going to beat the Pistons again. That block was by De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox with a block. Castle to the line for 2. No argument for me there, Winerski. I really hope, I want Wemby to get 40, but man, Castle misses the first free throw. 119-106. Castle not the best free throw shooter. Castle's not the best free throw shooter. Could work on his free throws a little bit. He looks kind of funny with me. Mid-second one. 120-106. Castle with 11, 12, and 2 steals tonight. Corner 3 by Green is no good. And a minute to go. The Spurs are up by 14. Can Wemby get 2 more for 40? Will they feed Wemby? Come on, Wemby. I want Wemby with 40. Let's go. Vassell with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to get fouled by Cade. He's going to go to the line for 2. Mr. Ramo, I have no idea. Splutterfly, you're probably right there. And George Hill's not coming in. And Castle probably is in his head again. Did Wemby play 40 minutes? Well, shoot. We got to play tomorrow night, though, Phil. I don't know if I like Wemby playing 40 when we got to play tomorrow. Oh, okay. Gary, okay, I thought, fair enough. I know you got the movie channel going, and you just, whoops, free throw on the wrong side. You just did the soap thing. I've not watched your soap thing, although admittedly I'm not a soap guy. I mean, I use soap, obviously. Wemby's checking out, guys. He's not going to get his 40. Mark Angel, we play the Clippers at 9:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. Spurs, Pistons, Knicks. Spurs greater than Pistons. Oh, and the Pistons are greater than the Knicks. Okay. Is that the GOAT, Biyombo? Biyombo is in. Devin missed a second free throw. 121-106. And now a timeout, really? I guess we're just going to have a bunch of substitutions. The GOAT Biombo is in, my friends. How about some thumbs up for the Spurs laying the smack down on the best team in the Eastern Conference? Can we get to 800, my friends? We're at 744. We got plenty of people watching. Our Spurs are back. We had that terrible loss against the Knicks. 2 wins in a row. I like what I'm seeing. We beat the Sixers. With granted, the Sixers, we're missing some players. The 2 free throws for Detroit right now. These are by Dennis Jenkins. Dennis Jenkins? I don't know how to say his name. And now the Spurs take it to the best team in the Eastern Conference. Nesterovic is not showing up. No. Yeah, you're right, Moshe. I'd probably call the timeout to get some substitutions in. No Mason Plumlee, though. Thank you, Wavy Man. Says, hit that like. 38, 15, and 5 for Wemby. Nice. The Spurs just going to dribble this out? Maybe, maybe not. No? I'm just going to pass it out of bounds off a Detroit player. You know what, Gary? I actually do have Miss TSR got me a Michelangelo bar of soap. So maybe I'll try to throw that on if I remember when I'm at work. That might be good background. I don't want to say background noise, but when I hear a superhero soap, I'll tune in a little harder. Spurs are dribbling it out, and I expect Detroit to do the same. We didn't go 82-0. But this is a good step in the right direction after the bad loss to the Knicks. We beat the Sixers. I call this a blowout, right? I don't have a Wemby plush, Wavy Man. This is actually, is this the best team or was this the best team in the NBA? We just blew them out by 15 at home. Swine, I am going to agree with you there. I'm not a big fan of Wemby getting 40 minutes tonight. We got a game tomorrow night. Maybe the Spurs said, you know what? If we have to pick one to win, it's tonight. Is it me or does Mitch get more handsome every time we win? I got nothing there. Mitch looks the same to me as he did first time I ever saw him. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. We are not done yet here, though. The Spurs are going to bang the drum here in a few moments. But let's go over the end-of-game stats because there's some good stats here. The Spurs won the fourth quarter 28-21, so it was only the third quarter, which, admittedly, did turn into a little bit of third quarter. Not our best quarter, but, you know, the Spurs won. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the end-of-game stats. What am I doing here? A couple people live tonight late. Who's live late? All right. My brain just shut off for a second. All right. Ending game stats. We'll take a look at the... Oh, my gosh. Pistons first, and then we'll take a look at the Spurs. I was getting distracted by the on-screen stuff. I'm sorry. For Detroit, Tobias Harris with 11, Duncan Robinson with 11, Jalen Duren with 7 and 7. He was in foul trouble almost all game. Jalen Duren only played 12 minutes. Dang. Cade Cunningham played 39 minutes. He had 26 points on 10 of 26 shooting, 4 boards, 8 assists, 4 turnovers. Wemby's banging the drum. Sar Thompson got hurt in the first quarter, only played 2 minutes. Hopefully he'll be okay. Off the bench, Paul Reed with 6. Isaiah Stewart with 18, Ron Holland with 10, Javonte Green with 10, Kevin Huerter with 7, and then a bunch of donuts. Bobby Kitten, I don't even know what, Bobby Clint, man, I don't know what that is. Karis LeVert, Marcus Sasser, Chaz Lanier, and Dennis Jenkins all with 0. LeVert went 0 for 5 tonight, and Jenkins went 0 for 6. Ouchies. For the game, the Pistons shot 40, 43, and 80 to turn the ball over 10 times. The Spurs turned it over 8. We shot 50, 35, 80. For San Antonio, Julian Champagnie with 16 and 7. Victor Wembanyama with 38, 16, plus 5 blocks. No turnovers. Nice. Darren Fox with 29 points. He was huge in the first half, quiet in the third, or actually invisible in the third. However, we don't get out to that lead without his play, so nice game for Fox. Devin Vassell, a little quiet tonight, 8 points, 1 of 5 from 3. Stephon Castle, a quiet double-double. 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 12 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block shot. Overall, I'd say that's a very nice game by Stephon Castle. Seems to have lately reeled in his turnover issue, which is a darn good thing. Off the bench, Kelvin Johnson with 8, Carter Bryant with 2.6 boards and 3 blocks, Luke Cornett with 2, Dylan Harper with 7. The garbage time crew, Lindy Waters, the GOAT Biombo, and Jordan McLaughlin all had a donut. Spurs win 121-106. Around the NBA, that Denver Lakers game just started. Denver's up 30-20. I don't know who to root for in that one. Can I root for a draw? I can't. The Jazz actually won a game. They beat the Wizards 122-112. The Warriors beat the Rockets in overtime 115-113. We want the Rockets to lose, right? Aren't they right behind? It's the Nuggets or the Rockets right behind us? It's actually the Timberwolves right behind us. Minnesota's won 5 in a row. They're 40-23. We are 45-17. We are 5.5 games ahead of them. My goodness, Spurs fans, we're 5.5 games ahead of the team behind us. 5.5 with 20 games to go. That's a pretty darn good lead. We got the 800 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Let's take a look. One final look. Oh, gosh, an open Windows Media Player. That's not what I want. I was trying to look at the chat. OBS, get out of my way. We'll shrink that back down. Back to the chat. Wow. Basketball world, Carter's getting more minutes, and he's looking good. I like what I'm seeing from him. Wemby did have 5 blocks. Spurs won on your birthday? Oh, happy birthday. No, actually, Bubba, we don't want to play Golden State in the first round. That's a good point. We absolutely do not want to see the Warriors. They've beaten us twice this year. Granted, both wins. Steph Curry was phenomenal. They also had Jimmy Butler at the time. Butler is out for the year. So, still don't want to see Golden State. I hear you. How about Wemby tonight? Fabian Viola, Spurs indeed. By the way, shout out to the Wrench Gang tonight. I did not see one troll comment or anything mean. Whatever switch I made on YouTube, I don't know what I did. Apparently, I didn't see anything. You guys took care of it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Good night, Carlos. And I'll be live for the Clippers tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. See if we can make it 3 in a row against our old nemesis, our old Spur, Kawhi Leonard, and the Clippers. That should be a good one. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because it's almost 10:45 where I am. I appreciate you. Please still hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does help the channel. On behalf of myself and the couch contingent, what you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Road trip, yes. I think it was the anti-troll switch, whatever it was. Go Spurs, go!